thought I was going to have to start over.
Don't do that.
Listen. I was like, listen, she on color people time.
No, I've been trying to get in for like the past 2 minutes, but it's been like the little circle screen. What's going on?
Nothing much. Listen.
Say, man, listen.
They was on your head in them comments
No,
now.
I was on their heads in them comments
Listen.
last week. Say, man, and that's I'm gonna talk about that because I feel like, there's some misconceptions of the stuff that I was saying, and so I want to make some clarifications, but at the same time, I still stand 10 toes down on what I said as far as the whole birth control argument and all of that, which is going to kind of lead into the conversation that we're going to have tonight. So, I mean, I'm excited. I got a couple of things I want to talk about, but we just going to freestyle. We're going to keep this thing organic. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So how you been?
So, like, you've been in the teaching space for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? What
17 years. I was taught elementary, middle school, and high school, all 3 levels.
Okay. So what is like some of the things, so we gonna really just kind of get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
What is like some of the things as far as like, I guess from a kid, we're gonna go from the kid standpoint, what do you see at each grade level? Like what is the difference in teaching styles, and then like what do you have to deal with as a teacher compared to the parents really reacting to certain things and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, elementary school, they're still like, those kids still trying to please. They still, care about what the teacher thinks, you know what I'm saying? And plus, they still trying to please their parents. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. Mm-hmm. And so they're still at that stage to where they still love you. They're not going to give you too much, pushback when you get onto them.
Right.
Middle school, though, middle school is when, 6th grade is when it starts getting real because these kids start figuring out who they are. Their crowds start changing, who they hang with starts to change. You're not as able as a parent to keep, you're obviously going to keep tabs on your kid, but you're not as able to keep tabs on your kid in middle school and high school as you are in elementary because, schedules are different. Kids are getting out of school late. Kids are in sports. Kids are in extracurricular activities. There's a lot more, like unsupervised times, should I say. So, it's a lot more time to get into stuff. But from a teaching standpoint, I feel like high school has been the biggest reward just because I feel like I get those kids and they get me. And plus I can talk to them a little different.
Yeah.
When you acting up, I can say, man, get over there and sit down. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about me is I did that in elementary. And I think that's why I had to leave is because a lot of those kids were looking at me like, this lady is crazy. But it's crazy, Ed, because I'll have kids that I had in elementary school and they'll come back and say, you made the biggest impression on my life just by how you interacted with us, how you, just kept it real with us. That's one of the main things kids say is I keep it real. And I try to because kids can tell the real from the fake.
Oh,
faster than adults.
Yep.
Faster than adults. Like they can read through it. And let's flip it to the basketball side of it. When a kid knows that you have their best interest as a coach, they can tell. And they can also tell when you feed them some BS. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in the classroom. So I found high school to be the most rewarding,
So when you was like you kept it real, like even in elementary school, like what kind of pushback I guess was you getting it from the parents or were you necessarily getting it from
both from the kids? Like I'll give you an example. I taught 2nd grade and I used to take these kids to recess and they used to ask me to tie my shoes. Tie whose shoes? You better either get you some Velcro or you better tell your mama to go home and tell you the 1, 2, 3 loop because we're not doing that. You too old for that. And so I would get a lot. I'm just saying.
Listen.
Man, learn to tie your shoes. Don't come up here in those shoes you can't tie, and then you want me to tie them for you. And I would get pushback from parents because they would be like, "You're insensitive." No, I'm not an enabler. And that's the thing. It's like we have to, as parents, sometimes we got to let our kids fail. We got to let our kids hit rock bottom so they can appreciate. You see what I'm saying? Like they're not going to learn.
What if that parent? Now, granted, you did have this kid, but what if that parent is like that's their help, like you they helper? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they see you as they helper. Like they come to school.
I didn't go to school to get a degree to be a helper, nor did I go to school.
But is that not part of the job description though?
Absolutely not. A helper. My job is an educator. Let me tell you the difference between an educator and a helper. A helper is somebody that you look at as they, help you with things that, I mean, it could be things that are big, but to me, a helper is not as impactful as somebody that educates and that teaches. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like, I feel like helping and enabling go hand in hand. What's up, Swindell?
With
My
your
boy,
crazy ass.
Swindell, what's up? What's going on?
Hey, you know me holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane.
Okay, you know what man go though. But no, I mean, I think that's really what it is. Ed, is like we just have to, as parents, and it's a thing that we have to talk about. We have to stop enabling our kids, and I think that rubs
You talking
off in
about
the classroom
as a
because
parent, you got to stop
yeah,
enabling the kids?
yeah,
As a parent,
absolutely.
okay.
You got to let your kid fall a little bit. Otherwise, either you're gonna let them fall and it's like a monitor fall, or the world gonna let them fall and they're gonna fall flat on their face.
Yeah. What?
You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I really
Yeah.
agree with that.
You got to monitor their failures. You got to monitor their falls, because if not, when they get out there, when they get pulled over by that police officer, they're not going to be able to say, oh, well, I didn't know. That's not an excuse.
Right.
You still going to get this ticket. You still going to, you may be able to beat the charges, but you're not going to be able to beat the ride. You still going to take that ride downtown. And that's what a lot of parents don't understand, is that, when we as teachers see these kids every day, because we see the real kids. Like, teachers see the real kids. Parents, they see a facade. They see the kid that they want. They don't see who their kid really is. That's why I invite parents all the time. Come out into the classroom unexpectedly and just observe your kid from outside of the classroom. Don't even let them know you're there. Stand outside of the classroom, look through the window, and see how they act.
I did that a couple times with Tyreek.
Yeah.
And hold on, what are you doing? Before you even watch this video, make sure you like and you subscribe. The more this channel grows, the more you can get seen by college coaches. That's the whole objective. And maybe some good conversations with our podcast. 2 shows weekly. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go subscribe. It's in you. Just go subscribe. I love y'all.
What happens?
Just to pop up.
Right.
I mean,
and you saw him in his element, right?
Like,
so you feel like a kid don't never be in his true element around his parents?
I'm not going to say that. There
it
are
depends.
exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, a kid is going to be who they are around their friends. Typically, where are your friends at school? Yeah. They're away from the parents. I have kids that are come to school dressed one way, go in the bathroom, change it to their, yeah, exactly.
They do that shit? They do that?
What? They come to school, they get dropped off one way.
Boy.
Then they go in the bathroom and put on their little Lulu shorts. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So in the middle school phase, I feel like that's like one of the hardest grades.
It is.
That area to teach. Just because you said like they find themselves, that's when you get the hormones kind of flying everywhere. What is it that makes that age group kind of hard? You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, the kids are trying to figure out who they are. I mean, I think 7th grade is the most pivotal grade. 6th grade, you're still kind of in the middle. You're still kind of in the elementary realm. You know what I'm saying? You're fresh out of elementary, so you haven't really picked up on the bad habits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
7th grade, you're being influenced by those older kids. You see the 8th graders, and so you're like, oh, I need to try to act a certain way. I need to try to, that's when you see a lot of fights and stuff start to happen, because kids are starting to like prove themselves, and they have to prove themselves and be the big man on the, on the block. And so you see a lot of fights and stuff escalate in 7th grade. But 8th grade, they're more of like the upperclassmen. They look at the 6th and 7th graders like, why are y'all acting like that?
Yeah.
And then when they get to high school, it starts all over. They're the low man on the totem pole. And then the seniors in high school are looking at the 9th graders like, why are y'all coming in acting like that? So it's cool to see the growth from kids from freshman to senior year, just because when they come in, they're still babies.
Yeah.
But by the time they graduate, they're grown. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool.
So where do you see the influence? Do you see the influence start early, or do you see it more like in the high school realm? As far as
influence of what? The world's influence?
Yes.
World's influence starts in elementary school.
Why
the world's influence starts in daycare. I feel like
I feel like I don't
socializing.
want to say they innocent, but I feel like they're innocent at that age. Like
They are innocent, but what you have is you have those innocent kids, but then you have those other kids who are not innocent. And when I say not innocent, they're not innocent in what they've experienced and what they've seen. You see what I'm saying? And so they come to school, to daycare, and you know, your kid may not know the term for a body part. And then your kid comes home saying, and you like, I ain't taught you that.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that
Every
from?
household is different. Every
Yes.
household is different. You don't know what's going on in Mary's house. You don't know what's going on in John's house.
That's why
Shoot, at Mary's
sleepovers
house.
are a big debate right now. Sleepovers are a hot topic. People are not letting their kids sleep over like they used to.
what?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we haven't done it. My bad. Oh,
Hey, but you went black, but
hey,
you already got
stay black, baby.
But nah, like
Sleepovers aren't as big as they used to be just because, number one, you don't know everybody. That nice man that you see coming picking up that child could be a sexual predator. And so
And it's
now I'm sending
crazy.
my child over to these people's house that I haven't really invested the time to get to know them. And so I'm sending my child over there to a sleepover, unbeknownst to me that this man has those type of tendencies. And then my child comes home and says, so-and-so's dad was looking at me a certain way, or so-and-so's dad said something to me inappropriate, and vice versa. Because the same thing happens with women.
Yep.
These young boys go to these sleepovers and they get, you know, stuff gets said to them. Because I mean, and you got to think about it. These kids are starting to look older, younger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Boys and girls. They're starting to mature faster. They're starting to, you know, they're starting to know a lot more than what we used to know at their age. And so you come and talk to some of these kids, and it's like, where'd you learn that? You're 6.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, I'm gonna say it like this right here. Because of this right here, you know, because of this phone, like everything has been expedited. Everything has been sped up. So I mean,
so how do y'all feel about kids having phones at 10 years old? When did you give Key a phone?
Key got a phone when she was in 5th grade. So she was in 5th grade when she got her phone. So she was like 9, 10. Yeah.
So
I mean,
why did you give her a phone so early? Because you still
I mean,
monitoring her at that
here's the
time.
deal. Key went to school at the school that I taught at. So
Gotcha.
she's never been without me until she got to middle school. Like she went from elementary school from kindergarten to 5th grade. She went to school where I taught. So she was at that time to where she didn't have to ride a school bus, or she didn't have to walk, or she didn't have to bike. And we got her a phone just because, you know, she was playing basketball at the time, and she was going to people, like with people when they go to tournaments and stuff. So we just wanted to be able to keep contact with her, not having to go through anybody else, not on anybody else's time. You know what I mean? But we monitored, baby. We had Life 360. We had her phone keeps her curfew until she became like a junior. You had to get a phone at 11 o'clock. Like, cause what goes on after 11 o'clock?
Nothing.
Exactly. So,
Nothing.
and I mean, she used to get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she knew I was telling her she'd be so pissed off. But glad she's they playing right now, so she ain't listened to this part.
Right.
But that's one of the things that we said. We were like, nah, we're not gonna do that, because me seeing it every day, I already know what goes down. You know what I mean?
And like, see, I know y'all are an iPhone or Apple household. Like me, you know, I've always been Samsung.
Right.
But with that, even with because I gave Tariq the same. You know, I gave him a phone in the 5th grade as well. But he got one of those Motorola flip phones. Because my thing was, I wanted to make sure they understood themselves before they got to the smartphones, dealing with social media, things of that nature. Because
absolutely,
society, it'll have you being pulled all these places. That's why these kids have quote unquote anxiety. They are depressed because they see they're comparing themselves to somebody else that they don't need to be doing it.
Constant comparison. You even see it in the basketball arena.
In the basketball realm, and even
because this kid got an offer, I ain't got an offer, so now I'm not.
But is it the kid? Is it the kid?
It's both. It's both.
I don't feel like
it's both.
I don't really feel like the kids really just be on that type of time for the most part.
Be on what type of time?
Let me as far as like the hating type of time, like, oh, what's the name got an offer? Why I ain't get that offer?
Who no? You see, I just
Hold on, throw him again. Throw him again
who
on
the
me too,
hell
real quick.
down?
I don't
Ed,
feel like,
don't get
listen.
me started. It's too early. We just started.
Yo, what's up, man? Listen, we got a new sock on the market. One of the best socks. No, I'm not talking about Nike. No, I'm not talking about Walmart. And I'm definitely not talking about Jordan. I'm talking about ASG. They got some of the best socks on the market. Some of the best socks on the market. Listen, man, the ASG, matter of fact, just let me open this one for you. The ASG Strike sock. The most comfortable sock known to man. I got a promo code right now. I'm coming. Buy one, get one free, plus free shipping. The socks are like $24, so you basically paying for 2 pair of $12 a sock, and you get free shipping. Link is in my description. Go get them now. ASG, the wave. Get them.
Let's ease into this. No,
I just
they do.
but
Swindle.
so
Tell
do you think a kid off the bat saying, oh, or do they happen to hear some he say, she say, or some ad lib on some back end, like they eavesdropping basically?
No.
I mean,
the parents are talking. So you
it's
eavesdropping and you just happen to hear it. Now it's triggered in your head as a young amateur.
Oh yeah, that absolutely happens. And like Tony was saying earlier, like, you know, parents can sometimes, and I'm a parent, so I can say this. Tony, you a parent. Ed, you a parent. Sometimes we can be our kids' worst enemy by some of the things that we do, and some of the plants and the seeds that we plant, and we don't know it. Sometimes we're doing it and we don't realize it. Sometimes we're doing it and we do realize it. But yes, absolutely, kids can hear that from their parents, but they can also foster their own thoughts by seeing what's on social media. So and so got an offer to Texas. Why didn't I get an offer to Texas? Well, because you're not good enough for Texas. You know what I'm saying? But that's
and you gotta be truthful with that side of it. I mean, it's the part of a lot of us have to understand how to use emotion and use logic. You got to be able to juggle those things. And a lot of things going on, especially just in the sports world as a whole, it's a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Like you just said, oh, my baby got a, you know, here comes that emotion. Now, if you use that logic, now, why? Well, baby, shit, you suck. You know, you ain't got to use, you ain't got, it depends on the parent and your relationship with your child.
It depends on the parent, yeah.
You know.
But I just don't, off the bat though, like if my daughter got an offer, I don't feel like her homegirls is just gonna hate unless she hear me or hear the her homegirl parents say something that just happened. The kids just happen to hear it. I don't feel like kids just think that way off the rip.
What?
I don't think
No, and they normally don't.
That's a seed. Like you planting a seed and you keep watering it. Like they don't just, oh, my homie got an offer. Why I didn't get no offer? Like,
yeah. But see, so I hit you with this right here. This happened to Reek. It was a dude that
Lefty said they be hating. He said they be hating.
It ain't just a kid though. Like I do agree they do be hating, but I don't think if it was never brought up in your household or in the car ride or whatever, then I don't think they would think nothing of it.
Yeah, I'll say this part. There's a kid that Terry played against this season, and he committed to a Division I school. Terry said, I killed him. Why I ain't getting no offer? I was like, you got to figure that out yourself.
Yeah.
I know the do's and don'ts.
Is that hating though?
That's not hating.
I don't think that's hating. But what I'm saying is it's the part. Go ahead.
I don't think it's him, Tyreek, in that sense. I don't think it's hating. I think it's like, I mean, that's a legitimate question. If he knows in his mind, hey man, I locked this kid up. This kid usually averaged 20. He only scored 8 to 10 on me, and he got
and then gave him buckets as well.
Right, and he gave
so it's like,
and then this kid is. But then that goes into, there's so many other factors that go into that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's something big that you have to unpack, because that doesn't have to be just one situation. Like it could be a number of things.
It could be
to the reason why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's up. And the thing about it is, and you know, I broke it down to them. But the thing about it is, not many parents understand how to break that down because you see what I'm saying. They don't have that knowledge. So
Knowledge
now it's the part
of what
so
getting offered.
offer getting the kid in the right situation or whatever. Because one, you got the social media piece. Well, they went over here, so I need to go over here where they went. No, that ain't gonna work for your child. Your child might need to be over here to get that situation. But because I'm looking at it on the social media side of it,
You know
Yeah.
I
what?
gotta be over here.
I have a love and hate relationship with commitment graphics. That's
Wait,
like,
committed like to the college or to the
yeah,
AU?
like just graphics saying, you know, I got this offer, this offer. I mean, I understand the notion behind it, because hell, we did it. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I think that's what fuels the comparison game. You know what I mean? Because back in the day when Tony, you was hooping, Ed, even when you was hooping, they didn't have like commitment graphics. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
going, like, you got commitment graphics when kids transfer
High
high
school.
schools. Like, what the hell are we talking
Yeah,
about?
I ain't gonna lie. That's
That's some
What are we
good
talking
stuff right
about?
there.
yeah, that's
That's
different.
some
I don't
good.
know.
Like, you got commitment graphics, my top 30 schools. What?
Top
Top
30.
30?
Top 30? What?
If
Baby,
you,
you only can go to one
Swindell,
school.
and I call him, I know his name's Swindle, but I call him Swindell. Swindell, have you ever seen a graphic that'll say something like top 32 schools?
I've seen it. I've seen
Boys
it.
and girls.
And second, I
And you
wonder
know your
like
ass still seeing it.
I ain't said
like,
I,
but the thing
listen,
about it
I
is,
ain't
it's
say I did
weird
it, but
because it's like
damn.
why? It's like why? It's like really why?
Yeah.
I mean, does that really prove that shows? Oh, I'm this good.
Yeah, I just
What?
feel like top 30, top 15,
Yeah.
like
If you
bro,
do like top 5, top 8, cool. You know what I'm
cool.
saying? Cool.
But
Top
the thing about
15,
it is,
top 20, top 30, that's doing a lot. That's excessive.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's just
Oh.
me though.
I think that's an attention grabber. I mean, you know, obviously they must be trying to build. You know, I ain't gonna say trying. They're obviously wanting to work on building the brand.
Right.
Right.
You know, um, at the end of the day, you're going to one school.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's my thing. So when I see these top plus 10 graphics, I'm just like, yeah, this is for attention. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first thing I think about. Like, cause you only can go to one school.
Right.
Now top 5 as a junior, I'm like, okay, cool. Like you
Yeah.
maybe need to try to keep building a relationship with the
Yeah.
coaches, see where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? But you can't build a relationship with 16,
Mm-mm.
20 schools.
Mm-mm.
There is no possible way you could
Mm-mm.
do that.
Not
There's
equally, not
not
equally to the
equally.
point to where you know everything about the university, like you know the same amount of information about every single one of those universities. I don't think you can.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't think you can. And I mean that just goes back to just understanding the process. Like I helped a lot of my kids that are athletes who are looking into, you know, going to school, to and I'm gonna talk about that too, how it's important, because I don't think a lot of our parents know. Start registering your kid for the NCAA eligibility center early.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think parents know that college coaches can't come and watch your practice until you are registered with the NCAA and have an NCAA ID. And then if a coach has to wait on you to get your
Yeah.
NCAA ID and get all that stuff approved, that could be the one offer
Yeah.
that you could have
Yeah.
on the table. But because you didn't know, because the information was not provided to you, the opportunity can pass you by. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like we have to do a better job, like especially in the basketball space, of just talking to parents and them understanding like how this works, because you know the big thing right now is prep. You know, Keith went to leisure prep her senior year,
Mm-hmm.
and the big thing about prep is you have to make sure that whatever prep school you go to, you better make sure them courses NCAA certified, because your ass to get over there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't transfer back, because the credits don't transfer back to wherever you came from. And so now you screwed. So now it's like, dang, now I can't go to the Power 5 I was trying to go to. I got to go JUCO because my credit's not adding up. I didn't take the right classes that I was supposed to take. Like, I don't think
So
people understand, like, the NCAA has a record of the classes that you are supposed to take. And if you are serious about going to school, if you're serious about being recruited, you better make sure you're looking at what the NCAA is asking of you. How many English classes do I need to be taking? How many math classes? How many science classes? How many world language classes? It's not just about hooping. You got to be able to do the work, and you have to be able to get there first in order to be able to hoop. Right now, if
have
you're
to have
trying to
that
go to
business
school,
side down.
yeah. If you're trying to go to school, bro, you better have a 3.2 or higher. Gone are the days of 2.5, because there's too many kids out here that can hoop and they're smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you better have a 3.2 or higher if you're trying to go to school. And that's even without basketball. That's even if you're just going to school, you better have at least a 3.2 to be looked at.
Got you. So you mentioned prep. What was your whole idea?
What up, Lefty?
What was your whole idea in going prep over finishing at Braswell? I mean, yeah, I mean she already had committed. Did she already commit before you?
She had already committed, yeah.
So she already had committed.
Yeah. So the main thing is, first of all, our family loves Taylor. Taylor, he knows the X's and O's. He has the coaching experience. He knows the game. You know what I mean? So Calvin and I trusted him because obviously she played for him with pro skills the summer before. So it was one of those things to where he told us, he was like, look, man, this is what I'm doing. I want Keith to come over. I think it'll be good for her. I think it'll help her develop and get more ready for school. And we listened to what he said. And I think it's the best decision that we could. Every decision that we've made for Keith up until this point has panned out. Thank the Lord. I knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Just
do y'all make every decision as a family, or y'all just go over it and let her make it?
I'm sorry?
Like, do y'all like come up with a decision together, or do y'all just let her make the final decision?
She has input because it's essentially what she wants to do. But if she's trying to do something and we don't agree as a family, we're gonna talk about it. She gonna hear from me and her daddy about it. So you know what I'm saying? Like we're not just gonna let her just go off and make her own decision. No, it's gonna be a family discussion.
So how do you go about that? Because it is a certain point. Because I talked to Will about this. He was just like, nah, like I still gotta make the decision for her. You know what I'm saying? Because she's still a kid. Like her mind ain't even conditioned to make certain decisions. But at the same time, you still gotta allow her to grow up. Going back to what your point was.
And that's the thing is, it different strokes for different folks, right? But my main thing is when these kids get out of high school, they have to learn some accountability and they have to learn how to grow up and make those decisions, because we 3.5 hours from Keith.
Right.
When Keith graduated, she was on her way to OSU 4 days after graduation. 4, bro.
Yeah.
For summer workouts. If she hadn't grown up by then, it was gonna be trial and error. She was gonna have to learn this shit on her own. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one of those things to where we can only guide you so much. Right. You're gonna have to hit those bumps and stuff in the road on your own. But on the flip side, we do have conversations and we do talk through things. Like you're just not gonna make a decision and we don't have any input. Like absolutely not. She knows that, but we'll hear
even to this day, like now.
Hell yeah, even to this day. Let me tell you something.
I'm asking because she's 3 hours away. So
I don't care if she's 12 hours away. If any one of our pennies are going towards raising you and helping you,
like your support system, you gotta tell your circle.
Hey man,
I just feel like you gotta let your circle know.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because she gonna pick up the phone and call us if she needs something. So
yeah,
you grown all of a sudden.
Right. We can play that card.
Yeah.
We can play that card. I made one of the worst decisions ever, college choice, thinking I was ready to leave. Oh man, I was sick. Sick.
Yeah. You know what time it is.
Hey, holla at your boy, man.
Hey, I ain't seen my boy.
Hey, with the upcoming merch on, what it do? With the look.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Talk to you.
Hey, go get that pterodactyl out the garage, goddamn.
Man. But so y'all got 2 kids, right?
Yeah, we have a son.
Yeah. So like talk about the different like dynamics in raising, kind of managing the
Oh,
son and then managing
I mean, we
kids
kind of alluded
because
to
it's
this on the last conversation. It's different rates of
that's
girls
what
and
I'm
boys.
saying.
I'm gonna just be flat out honest with you. It was stuff that Trey was able to do that Kennedy wasn't. And I'm a woman, and I'm okay with saying that. Like, it is what it is, because at the end of the day, I see what these girls are doing at school.
Mm-hmm.
I see what these boys are doing at school. I'll give you an example, Ed. We have vape monitors in the bathroom, right? So if kids go in there, vape monitors. So when them kids go into the bathroom and hotbox, it's like a smoke detector. It detects smoke and it detects vape.
Hold on, you saying hot box like smoking?
You know, these kids is out here wilding. You tripping,
Hold
We
on,
on the
nah,
move, bro.
nah,
Let me
we
tell you something.
hold on,
These kids
we wasn't wilding
firing
out
up.
like that.
These kids firing up backwood blunts on B hallway bathroom.
Hey.
What's up, guys? What are you doing right now? Are you being seen by college coaches monthly? I'm Coming University. Over 450 plus coaches you get to be put in front of every month. Every month. Depending on the package that you get. We got the basic, we got the pro, and we got the elite. We got $40, $90, and $150. Which investment do you want to make? I'm Coming University is the exposure you need to get to the next level. The exposure you need to get to the next level. Link is in the description to book a call now. Book a call now in the description, and let's help you out get to the next level. If you're good enough, they won't find you. You need to be put on the platform to be seen. Book a call, description. Now, go.
In the schoolhouse?
Different.
Yes.
Hey, listen, they different.
Yes.
Like, hey, look, we was
No, I ain't gonna
different,
lie.
but they
No.
These
different.
YNs.
We didn't do none of that.
No. I'm
The
saying
worst.
we
Hey, I'm
had
at the
our
last
things. You know,
age
we
of the
had our things.
YN, man.
But
I'm at the
their
last
thing
age. But
is
hey,
a
these
whole
young
Come
different
on,
level.
YNs,
Lefty. You got a little bit more
hey,
time left, Lefty.
man, I'm at the last age of the YNs. I'm forming the big bro soon.
Hey, you
Bro,
finna be
what?
mom status.
Dude,
You hear me?
they vaping.
I mean,
Nah,
They
they
out in
addicted to
vaping
vapes,
bathrooms.
is
bro.
like vaping is, you know what I'm saying? You could get away with that. But
No,
No,
they're
smoking,
dad,
smoking
no.
blunts.
No.
They're addicted to vapes, bro. They're smoking
Listen.
blunts, bro. They're doing whatever, bro. They high all the
so
time, bro.
Look,
These
that's my
kids out
thing,
here
bro.
taking perks, bro. They
All of
wilding, bro.
So
that.
as a teacher, is that what you signed up for? Is that
Hell no. Don't make me end this live.
Don't make me get on top.
listen? But I'm keeping the band because you with the kids every day. Like
Right.
it's teachers out here, and it's kind of like when you sign that contract or wherever y'all do it, it's kind of like this is what you signed up for.
Here's the deal. When you're in school to be a teacher, they don't tell you about that kind of stuff. They tell you about teaching children the content, how to deliver a lesson, how to implement a lesson, how to, when a student doesn't understand something, how to get the information through to them. They don't tell you about how to handle when you catch a girl and a boy in a sexual act in the back stairwell. They don't tell you that. And
Dog,
that I've had that
that's the
happen
same
to me.
thing with the scouting and like it's hard like dealing with a family or trying to just build a relationship with a family. That degree, business degree you got, that can't teach you how to help a mom who can't afford to pay her bills, bro. You can't prepare for that, bro.
Why we all talking about let's just go pop a perk? Please don't start.
Bro,
Now these
hey,
kids is
play
wild,
too much.
Ed.
Yeah.
You
bro,
tripping if you don't think
I'm
they
not
out here
like
wilding. They're
I
wilding,
ain't
G.
delusional or nothing, but like that the crazy like you just got the nerve to go smoke a blunt in the bathroom.
Ed,
They
Yeah.
don't care,
yeah,
Hey,
bro.
dude.
they
Look,
do.
listen.
They never
I
get
was
in
at I was at
trouble. Their mama always at
Akil,
work. Like they
you better
don't
tell
care.
them they don't teach that.
look,
They don't teach that.
Ed, I was at my son's school visiting him, right? Kid came in late. They you hear it go off. Let me get that. Went to a whole argument.
Yeah,
Got to
like
fight
and they're going crazy over
over
the vapes, bro.
vape.
They're going
They're
nuts. Like
crashing out.
they're crashing
Yeah.
Over
out
vape,
over the vapes.
man.
Like they'll fight the teacher over the vape.
Yes.
No cap.
Hold on, dog.
Nah, for real, bro. Like this is dead serious, bro.
Yes.
Boy, these kids are trouble, boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the thing about it is like it's not getting better. It's
Yeah, my
getting
class
worse. Like
we wasn't vaping. Vaping was like, yeah, we wasn't
yeah,
doing all that. We was trying to get on bar.
yeah.
You hear me? We trying to
Bro.
make varsity and be the
So
they
It's
vaping, they wilding, bro. I'm talking about you got the coldest kids, bro. It don't even like they get cold athletes, all that,
so
bro.
do
They
you
don't care.
so do you feel like as a teacher, right? Y'all around their kids the most. So
Mhm.
how do you react to a parent that come up there and just delusional as hell?
I
Like,
mean, it depends on their approach. I'm on whatever you on, and that's what I tell my kids to tell their parents. Like you, because here's the deal: parents and kids have this misconception that oh, she a teacher, she can't do or say anything.
right?
Yeah,
Who can?
hey, those are facts.
Who can? Man,
No, those are facts.
I've been at this too long. And like I had an example. I'll give you an example.
Yeah, my
So
dad a teacher.
everything that's been happening in the news with financial aid and all of that, like
Mm-hmm.
my kids
Yeah.
are up in arms, right? Because I teach a class called Avid. So what Avid is, it's a
I was in
career and
Avid.
exploration. Who's in Avid?
Me,
Lefty.
Lefty, in Avid. Yeah,
You
yeah,
in?
yeah. Yeah, in Avid.
Yes. So the whole purpose of Avid is to equip kids with what they need in order to be successful in school, right? And so I had a kid that was concerned about the recent legislation as of yesterday. Now it's been scaled back, but I had kids that were like, "What? How am I going to go to school? Like, if there's no funding, if there are no loans, if there are no grants, how am I going to go to school?" Which brings me, let me connect this back to basketball. Let me look into this camera. Let me tell these parents and some of these kids. If y'all singers and you ain't committed and you not no
Yeah,
5-star, what the hell you doing?
Please tell
those are
me.
facts. What are
What
you
what
doing?
what
Please.
what are we
They
what are we
Please.
doing?
giving you 5 years. Like they giving you they giving you all the resources you need at this point.
What we doing?
Yeah, I
Why
don't
you what
know.
you holding out for? Because baby, if you ain't got it by now, you're not gonna
Yeah.
get it.
Will,
You're
Please.
not
Will,
Please.
we
gonna get
talking about
it.
high school?
Please.
Will, we talking
You're
about Will?
not
You
Please. Tell them.
you
going
was
to
wild
get
in
Tell
high
them.
it.
school. Will is nah. Will is different.
You're not gonna get it. And so like, and especially now, and I'm saying that to say with the whole way of like the legislation with funding and stuff,
Yeah.
even with kids that are currently at school, if your ass got a home, you better make a list of the pros and the cons of where you are. Because if you feel froggy and you jump in that transfer portal
Boy.
and your ass don't get picked up,
Ooh,
and now you
hey,
can't get
you know
grants
who
and
to
loans,
call. You know who to call. Hey man, I got you, man. Play
let
services.
the
You know
don't
who
be
to call. We gonna
plugging your
Hey,
hey, we gonna
listen.
get you right. We gonna get you right. There's always a home
Lefty
here.
Scouting Services at
There's
your
always
door.
a home here.
I feel
Like,
you.
I used to sell candy and stuff a little bit, but I wasn't going crazy like that, Will.
listen, man. Like, ooh, wee. Dog. I was scared for my kids. Hell.
Hey,
But and that's the
hey,
thing. But no,
my
Ed, you
kid's
just
gonna
gotta
get to
talk to your
it, bro.
kid.
Watch.
You just
I'm
gotta
telling
talk
you,
to
bro.
I
them.
mean, I do.
You telling
I mean, she's 12, and then my son is 4, so I
Right.
talk to them. Like, I mean, I talk to them as much as I can, like about that stuff, because like I feel like at certain ages, like it's just like hit and miss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll drop a gem here and there, and you kind of let them figure it out, then drop a gem here and there. But bro, the
Will, I see Will's coming. I want to say something about this. He said, Mia, so a kid sticks around and gets mistreated. Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is in this landscape that we're in right now, we just have to be really careful and strategic about the moves that we make. If you already know, and let's just keep it real, a lot of times when kids jump in the portal, they know where the hell they're going. You can try to act like I don't
yeah,
know, and you know where you're going. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? If you jump
that's
in
not the
there
case
and
for
you don't
everybody though, Will.
kind of have an idea of where you're going, or you don't have any direction, and there's nobody there guiding you, like Will, you had Sean has you, Will, so you're not gonna steer her wrong. Lefty, you have, like people come to you and ask for advice of what to do. People come to you, Ed, asking
Mm-hmm.
for advice. Same thing with you, Swindle. But a lot of these kids don't have that
Yeah,
Yeah, my fact.
resource. You see what I'm
We
saying?
went to
So,
South Dakota. They know nothing, bro. If they knew stuff, bro, it's not money. None of that is a factor. Like they got it. They just don't know
mhm.
nothing, bro.
And I'm
okay,
with you, Will. The portal is to use if it's not a
so
right fit. Absolutely.
so what about what if you got the money and you just ain't trying to pay? Like that's another
I
thing.
No, no,
I
no,
feel
that's what
like
I'm saying, bro.
I
They
feel like
be
a lot of
having the
parents.
money and be willing to pay. They just don't know what to do. Like, who do they hit? Where do they go? Like, they feel
Man,
like
we had that conversation a while ago,
going
a couple
to
months
these
I
ago.
prep
love
hoop
you too,
tournaments is doing
Kia.
it right now for them, you know, and it's not working.
Yeah, yeah. That, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, and really, to be honest, even though Avid is designed to send kids to college and to make sure kids have what they need to go to college, I tell them college is not for everybody. If you know you're not
Oh,
going to
what?
college to get if you know you're not going to be locked in, or if you're having second doubts, don't go to college and get in debt. Because at the end of the day,
I was the same way in Avid. Like I was that kid in Avid. I'm like, I'm not going to take out no nothing. I
I'm
don't
not
care
going
what
to
y'all
take
talking about.
out no
I literally
nothing.
was saying that. I said I literally was saying that.
yeah,
I don't care if I get a degree online or whatever. I'm not doing it. Hey, and look at us now. We're here, baby. My Avid teacher tell everybody take my route, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey, F that.
Nah, what we on? Transfer portal? Man. So I wanted to talk about we was kind of on this topic about I want to get back to the kids in the schoolhouse.
mhm.
Like I just think as a kid, what do you think about the school system just in general? Like do you believe in it that much? Like I know you in that space and I don't even know if you can answer this the way you
Mhm.
really want to, but and when you
Oh, I'm gonna answer. Do I need to?
okay,
I'm not
okay,
gonna hold back on this. So go
okay.
ahead.
So me as a so I had I was in the program to be an educator, right? Like I
Mhm.
was supposed to be a teacher, da
Mhm.
da da. I got to the end of it. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I don't want to be in the classroom all day, da 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 da, right? But as I got older, I necessarily didn't believe in the school system. Like, and I feel like you need to have a sense of general education. But like, if I feel like even in the public school, private school setting, like, I be feeling like it's a waste of time sometimes. Like,
The
so
the big thing is like, okay, so let me see how I want to attack this. First of all, teaching is one of the only professions where you can get a degree in something totally different and become a teacher. Let's start there.
Yeah, any
but when
Go
degree.
did
ahead.
that just started
Absolutely
though?
not.
No, no,
This started
no,
in
any
It's
degree.
been going
2001 with
on.
No Child Left Behind. When President Bush was still president, it was a huge, you talking about a teacher shortage now, it was a huge teacher shortage back in 2001 when No Left Behind got passed, when that act got passed by George Bush.
Really?
So in that act, it said that if you have a 4-year degree, because the teacher shortage was so bad, if you have a 4-year degree, you can get a teaching job and earn your certificate while you teaching.
I thought that
Mm.
just happened like a few years ago. That's
No,
crazy.
sir. No,
That's
sir.
oh
And
yeah,
so
it's been
that's why
like
you
that. Yeah,
have a
that's bad.
Yeah,
turnover
I
rate.
know.
Because
I know a few kids who got hit with that. No child left behind. Bro had a zero, not going to class. Bro, he graduating with us, bro.
What?
it is
No
crazy.
cap.
It is
No
crazy
cap.
the stuff that we
No
have to do
cap.
to bend over backwards to make sure all these kids graduate.
No
Baby,
cap.
I tell my kid, let me tell you something. Don't expect a grade out of me if you're not gonna earn it. You can ask any one of my kids; they know I be on their heads about
See,
their assignment because
I grew up. I used to get in trouble for having C's, let alone anything below that. Like any
Yeah.
C I had, I used to get hit in the chest. Had to do exercises. I
parents
was
aren't doing
like
that like
if
they used
my
to.
paper, it don't matter. It could have been the
Hey
best
Tony, I'm gonna let
written
Will get
paper
in real
ever.
quick.
It could have been the best written paper ever. If it looked horrible, oh my mama erasing the whole thing. she not even she not even reading it, bro.
Absolutely, and that's the way it
I'm
used to
like,
be. And
yo,
you were scared to bring your report card home.
I
Like
was
you were actually
terrified.
scared.
Like, yeah, like I used to beg my teachers, like, what do I have to do to get a B? Like, what do I have to
What
do? I'll
do I have
watch
to do?
the dishes from the lab, like what I gotta do. Yeah, I
Yo.
was on
What
What
else,
up?
Yeah.
Will?
that. Oh,
But I asked that question like to
Me,
ask like
me.
you got teachers in a space that they necessarily don't want to be in because it's just a check, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So
let me tell you something. Don't piss me off because I had to go off on a teacher the other day because I felt like she had it out for a kid, and she's one of those teachers. She gets there when the bell rings and she leaves when the bell rings. And you can
Mm,
tell the paycheck collectors, and then you can tell the people who are really in it for the love of the kids. And the kids can tell that too. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like they can tell what teachers are in it for them and which teachers are in it just to collect a paycheck. That's why all my kids 10 toes down
It,
for me, because they know that at the end of the day, I don't care about this classroom. I care about you as a
right,
student. When my kids
right.
come in and I see they're not doing well, the first thing I don't say to them is, why is your head down? I'm like, did you get sleep last night? Did you eat? What's
Mm-hmm.
going on with you? Like, you
so you
got
yeah,
some
more
see,
like
family
those are
issues?
a
teachers
mama
I
to
like.
them.
Yeah, those are
Right,
teachers I like.
right.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
I'm
that's
that type
the.
of teacher. If you keep it real with me and you keep it a buck and you say, Miss Evans, look, I'm having a hard day today. I didn't get any rest last night. I was up doing whatever. Can I just lay my head down? Go ahead, make your assignment up, turn it in next class period. I do it all the time
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because
fact.
kids, I think we forget kids are people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when we come home, we're tired. We don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
So when kids, and then think about it with athletes. You have
I was
athletes
just
who
gonna
go
say
and
that.
work out before school on their own. Then they get to school, they have practice with the school, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
they go to class. And then those that are serious, they turn around and go work out after
Yeah.
school. Then they have to
Mm-hmm.
do their homework. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, and it's a cycle. They do it every single day. And so, yeah, you have to have teachers that are in it for the kids and in it to say, you know what, I know you have a lot going on, but I see you and I understand you. And we're missing that right now. That's where
What grade you teach?
I teach 9 through 12.
So you ever have some of them kids that's probably in your class, man, mama might be on crack, daddy might be in prison, he might be out there hustling, selling dope.
Bro, we don't gotta come in here to be the
We
be
didn't
the
Nah,
say
I mean, but
that.
that's
the
real
Hold
though.
person
That's
to be
facts
on.
though. That's
responsible.
real
Wait,
No,
life though. No,
hey,
that's
look
real
at this
life
real
though.
life,
Look
bro.
at
And I'm
That
what
really
asking you,
happen.
I got the homecoming, coming on. We coming.
I see you.
But
I
hey,
see you.
don't come in hot like that, dog.
hey,
Hey,
Nah, he
hey,
did come in hot. He came
Hey,
in
man,
guns
come
Hey,
blazing,
do
but this
it.
is real life though, bro. This is
I'm
real life.
just,
That's a
I just
fact.
want to know, how do you deal with these? Because these kids come from um, a different background, a different atmosphere. These kids, they have to, because I was one of them, so they in survival mode every day,
absolutely.
So I want to know, how do you deal with that? Because I know what they did to me. They just wrote me. They didn't care if I went to class. They didn't care nothing. They just, you here for attendance because as long as I'm there, the school get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm in attendance, they
Mm-hmm.
get paid. They
Yep.
don't give a dang if I go to class or not.
That's
The
why you
state
get.
gonna pay
That's
them long
why
as
you
I'm
get
there.
fined if you don't go to school. You get
Absolutely.
truancy.
That's why they take
Yep.
you to court.
Yep.
Yeah. But to go off what you said, well, I love the knuckleheads. Them the ones I think I
Right.
gravitate towards the most is because those are the most misunderstood kids. You know what I'm saying? The kids that fight all the time, the kids that stay in and out of alternative school, the kids that attendance is. I have gone to a kid's house when they were absent for 3 days and knocked on their door and said, I haven't seen you. Are you good? And the mom
Mm.
broke down crying when she answered the door. She was like, there has never been a teacher that has showed that much like care and sincere empathy for my son. And come to find out, the kid has sickle cell. And
Mm.
Mm.
nobody ever asked. Nobody ever
Mm.
asked. The kid was always absent and they thought it was a behavior issue. This kid was in and out of the hospital. And I didn't even know
Mm.
Yeah.
until I went and knocked on the mom's door. And she cried when she opened the door. And she was just like, I appreciate you because everybody thinks that my kid is a bad kid. They think that my kid doesn't want to do anything when he comes to class. But when he comes to class and lays his head down, he's sick. His
Mm-hmm.
body is
Mm.
hurting.
Is this a
Yeah,
black kid?
black kid.
So how many situations? And it's white people like that too, or any other race. But how many situations do you run into situations like that is more African Americans than it is the other race?
90% or more.
You
I grew
ain't
up
the
totally
teacher.
different. Like, dog,
What
like
you
I
say,
grew up in Langston,
Eddie
bro.
Kane?
I grew up
I
in
was like, you
Langston.
ain't the
Hey,
teacher.
but look,
I'm just telling
but look,
Now I grew up in
Eddie Kane.
I seen so
I'm just
many broke white people, bro. Literally a dude in my class, bro. Right. Mind you, I'm the only black kid in the class, bro.
In what class?
Or black boy in this class when I was in Oklahoma.
Oh,
Boom, in the country, in Langston. Boom. So boom, it's this white dude. We always got into it. We fight. I mean, same. We get to it all the time. Boom. I see this dude on the side. We see him on the side of the street holding a "I'm hungry" sign with his daddy, bro. Couldn't believe it, bro. I was
sad.
like, dang, and we were cool ever since after that, bro. We was cool ever since after that, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like I seen
Eddie
what?
Kane.
so
But Eddie
many like
Kane.
really
Eddie
like
Kane.
bad, like
Why is
well
this
off. They not
shocking
well
you,
off
Eddie
at all.
Kane? Why is this shock to you, Eddie Kane?
Because
White
like
boy, his name, he was a
I
white
do
boy
feel
too.
like it is a bunch of white people in poverty. It's a bunch of Hispanics in poverty.
Eddie Kane.
What
Eddie
what
Kane.
school you teach at? Miss,
I see
me.
your as well.
You mean
Oh, bro.
you mean in today's time, Eddie Kane, or just in like that back in the day, like even when you went to school?
Yeah, just in general, like just times, just in general.
Eddie Kane, I went to school every day, man, and went home, no lights, no water, boiling water on the stove to shower and bathe. Eddie Kane, I had nothing. Wearing the same
So you
socks
went to school
for a
every
week
day?
straight. Wearing the same socks for a week straight.
That's the
Clothes
only time people can
dirty.
get food,
Eddie
bro.
Kane,
Going to school is the only
mama
time
was on
people could
drugs every
eat,
Yeah.
day.
bro.
Eddie Kane, I was looking forward to going to school because I got to eat 2
Yep.
times. Eddie
Yeah.
Kane, like
That's
Eddie
Because
Kane,
it's
this shit that
real,
you talking
bro.
about, this shit.
That's a real thing,
that's
bro.
why
Like
they
that.
Eddie Kane, this shit
have
is a
those
real thing.
that's why they have those summer programs, like for the kids that, like, during the summer you can go to a neighborhood park. I know they had them in the hood when
Yeah,
I lived in
they
Dallas. I don't
still
teach
Like
have
I
them
them
grew
here
up in the
around.
now.
country. I grew up
Right.
in the country.
They
They
give out
had
the
everything
lunches and
out there.
stuff because
Yes.
the
Yeah.
kids they're not eating because they're not in school. So you'll have, like, federal programs will pay for lunch at like 100 lunches a day in the summer, and the kids will just come up there and you can grab a lunch, grab a milk, and that's their lunch. You don't know how many kids. You would think that it wouldn't be that many kids show
Bro,
up. Man, it's lines of kids.
Eddie Kane,
I'm telling you, I used to give
Eddie
kids my
Kane,
milk,
and
bro, just knowing
mm,
they wasn't eating, drinking, nothing, bro. Like that shit real, bro. Giving kids my clothes just cause I know they don't have no
Yep.
clothes, bro. Like that should be real, bro. I don't care about these true religion jeans. Here, take them, bro. Don't care. Like this is, hey,
Yeah,
that
that's
should be real, bro. No, that stuff be real, bro. White, Mexican, I've seen
Yep.
all of it, bro. I'm talking about broke white people, daddy on meth, all types of stuff,
Yep.
so.
bro. For real.
So I guess my question is to that, like, all right, so if you see mostly, because I feel like we the ones that complain the most, right? As a culture, but it's kind of like other cultures do it, and they don't really complain as much. Like they kind of just get through it. Like you know what I'm saying? They either
I mean,
I ain't
I
gonna say they do
they
complain. I ain't
complain.
gonna say yeah, they
They
complain.
complain.
or is
The
it just not?
complaining is different.
Yeah,
The complaining
they're
is
probably not
different. Like,
complaining about the same thing.
right. That's it. We're
So
not
what's
complaining
so
about.
so what's the difference? What's the difference in complaining?
So I'll give you an example. So if we're talking about, I'm gonna use a black lady as an example. I had her son, and she told me, "Don't call her phone no more," talking about her son and him acting up. Like I was calling her every day, telling her about her son, right? And I'm not the type of teacher that calls parents, but this
Mm-hmm.
kid was just like, he was just doing the most. And she finally told me, she was like, "Don't call me anymore. I know he's bad."
What?
me and them people don't pay you enough money to be going through all
They
this stuff.
really
That's
don't.
But
They
so
really
I'm not
don't.
so I don't mean to cut you off, but you continue. But I go back to like, and this might ruffle your feathers a little bit, but I do feel like each job that you sign up for, there is some stuff that is necessarily don't get talked about for when you sign up too.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, how do you respond to that? Like, it's any job in America, like whether that you starting your own business or you working for somebody else, when you sign that kind, it's stuff that's not gonna be
it's
talked about
well, it's never
that you
Eddie
gotta
Kane.
deal with.
Eddie Kane, any job you go on, it's not if they have a job description, when you get there, you might be doing things totally different
Yeah,
than what was in the
Ed,
job
let me
description.
those are
My
ask
facts.
you this.
my
Let me
point
ask you
exactly.
this, Ed. What other job do you have to go to, right?
Mhm.
Well, let me just, okay, I'm gonna just say
Yeah,
it. What
go
other
ahead.
job do you go to where, number one, if a shooter comes into the
Woo.
establishment, you have to willingly, as a teacher, like, it is overstood that you put your life on the line for these kids. That's why I don't tolerate disrespect. Because if I'm putting my life on the line for you, and I'm risking not coming home to my own damn family, you're not gonna play in my face. Because we're gonna have some issues. Because there's too much stuff behind the scenes that I have to deal with that other people don't have to deal with. Like, I have to make sure that my kids are safe. I have to make
Mhm.
sure that my kids have had the resources that they need to be successful. I have to make sure that each kid is understanding the lesson. I have to make sure that this kid's attendance is together. If this kid is on a special ed program, I got to make sure I'm following the IEP. I have to make sure that it's just so much in teaching that in other professions, like, you can go and do your job and you can leave. I don't get to do that. My professional development. Now, I know everybody gonna say, "Well, you get summers and you get spring break and
Yeah.
you get that." Is, let me tell you something. That is the only reason why I'm still a teacher. How the hell about it? Let's get into it. That is the only reason why I'm still a teacher. It damn sure ain't the
Yeah, because
pay.
I ain't
It's
gonna
not
lie,
these
like
kids'
I'll be a
behavior.
different type of teacher, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like I couldn't teach,
Mm-mm.
like yeah, I don't think I could teach for real.
It's not.
So
I
I mean,
probably
I would
could,
want
but
it
I
could,
to
just
teach
don't think
it,
I would want
but
to.
it's not
They would
worth
have
it
to really pay
anymore
me.
for everything you have to do.
I would want to, but I would want to teach at alternative school.
And I can see that.
I could see you doing that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
so
Because
but
you can relate to those kids. They'll be able to relate to you.
so my thing is, it go back to my verse. Like, do you feel like the school system is necessary? Do you believe in it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
feel like
an
yeah, you got to at some
uneducated
point, bro.
society is going to be an impoverished society. If we're not educated in some sort, like, and I'm not saying going to college. That's not what I'm saying, because you can
Right.
be
Yeah,
educated without
yeah.
going to college.
College don't make you
It doesn't,
educated,
right.
bro.
College doesn't
You
make you educated.
know
But
how
if we're
many
talking about the public
college
school
kids
system,
work I've
Eddie Kane,
helped.
why would you ask
You
that?
be
So when I look at certain things, like a lot of that stuff, because what's the percentage on teachers that you feel like that's really into it for teaching, and what's the percentage on they just there?
right now,
Yeah.
um,
but it's like if
30,
they're not
70,
there, what are they gonna be
30,
doing? Like if they're
30,
not in
70,
school,
30
what
there
what
for
are
the
they gonna be
kids,
doing?
70 there for the paycheck.
So
I'm just
Yeah.
it's a holding block, right? It's a holding spot. That's a holding
But like
place for
where
you to go to.
else? But that's what I'm saying. What other alternative are they gonna go
So
to
what?
though? That's my
What
question.
are the kids really learning if they're just there to either collect a
They
check or
learning.
they don't give a damn about your
They
kid?
learning,
Like
Eddie Kane.
you
They
said,
learning.
what?
I feel like you are. I feel like you gotta want to
It
learn,
may
bro. Me
not. You
personally,
gotta want to. Eddie Kane,
you
let me
have
tell
to
you
want
something, Eddie Kane.
to
Yeah.
learn, bro.
Eddie Kane.
Like
Honestly,
what? If
you're
Hold
a
on,
kid
never
Eddie
is
gonna
doing
Kane.
that,
learn. It
just
don't matter
But
what you
Eddie
do. You're
Kane.
never gonna learn
absolutely.
if you don't want to.
Eddie Kane. If I didn't take high school and middle school for granted, if I can turn back the hands of time, right now, dog, I'd have did things totally different.
that's right now.
Fact.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Freaking,
Yeah, but these kids,
you
you
can't tell
need
a kid that, right?
education.
Like,
You don't have to go to college, Eddie Kane, but you need the basics. You
Yeah,
Right.
need to
you need the
learn. You
basics.
have to know mathematics. You have to know how to read and write. If you know that, you can go be a millionaire.
Yep.
Long
Think
Facts
about
and
it
read
as you know the
and
like
be able to
this.
basics.
write at a format like a lot of people don't know how to write MLA format and all of that. They don't know how to do that. You learn that at school, bro. You
Eddie
learn how
So
to
Kane.
I'll break it to you
recite
down like
sources.
this.
You learn how to do that at
And
school,
Eddie
bro.
right
Kane.
now we are experiencing such an achievement gap right now since COVID. What happened during COVID? Kids was teaching themselves.
Yeah.
Parents was working
And they
from
got
home.
behind.
Sometimes their kid log in, sometimes their kid didn't.
mhm.
Sometimes their kid turn into work, sometimes and so we're still seeing those achievement gaps from 5 years ago, bro. My seniors, when COVID hit, they were in the 7th grade. Do you know I still have kids that are on a 8th and 9th grade reading level as seniors? And it's not because I'm not teaching them.
Right.
It's because they've experienced such significant gaps, whether it's because they didn't have the support system at home or they didn't have teachers, in their lives that cared about them. But let's get down to the
Man, they
behavior,
just
because I
kids,
feel
bro.
like
They
it's a
not trying
lot
to
of
read for real right
it's
now.
And that's what I'm saying.
School
We had
forces you.
AR points back in
School
the day, and
forces
I didn't.
you. School forces you to kind of do stuff, bro. Until like it forces you to kind of write. It forces you to do that stuff that you need to do. To me, you need the basics for sure.
You,
I agree. You need the basics, bro. High school for sure,
But you
bro.
still
High
Eddie
school for sure.
Kane.
gotta want to do it
But
though.
Eddie
Half the
Kane.
kids don't want to do
But
it. So
some
But you
people don't
definitely
even
not
have.
gonna want to do it at the
But
house.
some people don't even have the ability to even have that opportunity. For instance, my grandfather, back in the day, he had to go work in the fields to provide for his sisters and brothers. My grandfather don't even know how to read and write. I got to sign all his checks and everything.
Mm.
yeah.
He want to learn right now, but
mhm.
he up in the age like pop, like But if this is what you really want to do, we down with it.
Hmm.
But he didn't. That wasn't by choice.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know,
fact.
that wasn't by choice, Eddie Kane.
And
Hmm.
I'm not saying like I don't feel like
Yeah,
school is a bad
everybody
thing,
don't
but
have the privilege of being able to do that. Oh yeah, that's a fact. They don't have the privilege of being able to do that.
I
Bro, my
just
mama had me in high school, bro. She had me at 17, bro. We wasn't like there was nothing. If she wasn't hard on me, bro, it was just hey, like I would have had to figure it out if I didn't have the right people around, bro.
yeah. I mean, look, like that's why I asked the question because I feel like at the end of the day, like you can have a teacher like Miss Mia, right? Or you can have a teacher like Bob. You know what I'm saying? Bob don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So if you got him for
Tag Tony, Tony. Comment, man.
Wendell.
That's
Which
the
one?
realest I done heard up in here all day.
Hey, you covering your mic up?
What
I
you
say
say?
tag Tony. What he
Oh,
said.
he said, yeah,
We
that
lose
is
a
a
lot
good
He
of.
say
thing.
we lost. He say we lost a lot because of survival, and we did, man. We
Facts,
You talking
did,
about
man. We
as a
facts.
did.
culture?
Yeah, just
Our
That's
culture,
what I'm saying.
yes,
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
yeah, man. We lost a lot because we was in survival mode.
But
Yeah, those are
I feel
facts.
like we use that to an
No,
excuse too, though.
we don't.
Yes, we do.
We didn't have.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
Anything.
do.
We didn't have. We didn't have. We didn't have.
Will, you living pretty good, right?
Yeah,
It's because I
Will,
worked
you
my
living
ass
pretty
off.
good.
You
Will, is
Miss,
you living pretty good, Will?
But
Nah,
like,
no,
but
I'm
that's what
getting
I'm
to
saying.
a
But
point.
like,
I'm getting to a point though. Like because us as the culture, we always want to blame the white man. We want to blame this and that. No, let's really get into it because
can I
we
be
we as
honest
a
with
yeah,
you,
culture
but
always
DK?
blaming.
we got to
We
talk about
always
the
blame
realistic
somebody
about
else
the.
for our
But what you got?
mistakes
No,
for
look.
history.
But no,
Like
but
it's
look.
2025.
But
It
look,
ain't 1890 no more.
But you're not thinking about an 8-year-old kid who don't got nothing. They mama got to work every day. They don't have like what are they supposed to do? Who are they
Selling
supposed
all
to
the
go to
food
the line?
stamps,
You see what I'm
doing
saying? Like
drugs.
what are they supposed to do, bro? That's what those are the kids he's talking about. Like what are they supposed
What
to
you
do
laughing at, Bill?
realistically? Black, white, it don't even
You with
matter.
the
But
ad
like I'm
libs in
just
the
saying, like what are they
background.
supposed to do?
And I'm just saying, selling all the food stamps. I mean, what?
Yeah, like no, for
Come on,
real.
man.
But
What you?
I really grew up around some country, like yeah, like the country
But
bumpkin stuff people be talking about. I grew
it's
up around
generation
those
after
in Langston.
generation after generation. You feel what I'm saying?
But Ed, here's the deal.
Somebody gotta change it.
Okay,
Bro,
and this
it's easy to
comes
say
down
that,
to a
bro, when you can't go
conversation we were
nowhere
having
else
the
and
other
see that,
day.
bro.
Everything is hard in life, bro.
Bro,
Everything.
This alludes
bro,
to the conversation that we
I'm
had
telling you, bro.
the other
I'm
day.
telling you, bro.
And it is
It's
historical. Like I understand that, we
Eddie
gotta
Kane, I ain't
make
had
some
no choice,
progress,
man.
and
if I didn't
we can't
move to
live in the
Texas, bro,
past. But at the
it would have
same
been a lot
time,
different for me. I
a
understand.
lot of the situations and a lot of things that we experience as Black people as traumas are derived from history. Let's think about this. Black women have had to be strong since slavery. Why? Because our men were ripped from us and sold.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had to establish ourselves and be masculine and feminine. And it didn't derive from the Black man leaving us willingly. It derived from the Black man getting stripped from us. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
in our minds, this generation had, like, down through generations, this, you got to be strong, you got to be independent, you got to be, that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And that's why it's few and far between to find a soft girl Black woman. I'm gonna just say it, because we have had to be strong for so many years, and it's not anybody's fault. It is what history has done to us. Like, history stripped the Black man from us.
Right.
Eddie
History
Kane,
is what split
Eddie Kane,
families up. We
Eddie
didn't
Kane,
start splitting our families up. History
Eddie.
did that.
These white folks did it to us,
Oh Lord
and I'm
Jesus.
just being. Hold on, Eddie Kane, Eddie Kane, Eddie Kane, Eddie Kane,
I done threw the
Eddie Kane,
phone.
Eddie Kane. Can I say something, Eddie Kane?
Bro, I'm
Hold
with
up,
you.
Eddie Kane.
I'm
Let me
with
say
you.
something,
But
Eddie
at the
Kane.
same time,
Why you
bro,
think we crab? Why you think us as Black people we got crab in a bucket mentality? The white folk made us that way. The white man made it. Dog, he will get
ain't
one
nobody make
steak.
me no way.
He will get one
Ain't,
steak. Yes, sir, master. He would throw it in there. We would kill each other for it.
bro, what
That's
Kanye
why
say 400 years ago? We still living in 400 years ago? This is 2025.
Bro,
don't
Will.
matter.
racism
We
just ended
still.
about like 50 years ago, bro. Let's get and it's still around.
It
Let's keep it
don't
real,
matter.
bro.
Eddie Kane is still
But
around.
yeah, I'm not even
I never
gonna say
said
all that, but
racism
it's
Okay, I'm
wasn't
just
asking you this,
it's
around.
Eddie
not even
Kane.
I'm
Eddie
not even
Kane.
gonna bring racism into it. It's just the real poverty is real, bro. That stuff
Yeah.
is real.
No, I'm gonna bring it
But
into it. Eddie
poverty is
Kane.
real in any
Eddie
I don't know,
Kane.
somebody
Eddie
got
Kane. Let me say
Mia
something.
can't
Eddie
leave,
Kane.
so one of y'all gotta
Eddie
leave.
Kane.
Mia
I
Charlie, man.
Why
can
we
leave
don't
and
look
jump
out?
back in.
Hold
I
up.
can leave and jump
No, no,
back
no.
in.
Mia,
You
stay,
gotta
Mia.
say
Okay.
it.
Hey, why we
I'll
don't
leave. I'll
look
leave.
out for each other like the Mexicans do?
That's that's what I'm saying. That's their culture. We don't do that.
So, but
Now what I
you just
will
hold
say
up. But you
is
just said it shouldn't matter no more because it's 50 years. Come on, Eddie Kane, make it make sense. You're not making sense now, Eddie Kane.
Wait,
what
somebody
I,
said Mr. Robe Chronicles is more than racism. Who trying to come for you in the comments, Will?
That's on Sean, man, and all he do is wear robes. So I'm not trying to hear
facts.
what Sean
He
say.
he go to racetrack in his robe here.
Hold on. Well, I want to see you, Ed.
Clean your camera,
Wendell, spin the
brother.
block and go and say what you was gonna say.
All right, yeah. I'll be quick. I'll be quick with it. So this is the thing. All right, it goes back to the part where we're talking about survival, right? When we're stuck on survival, we're not thinking about anything else about except for putting food in our babies' bellies, clothes on their back, and a place for them to stay. That's the whole premise for everything for our predecessors. Yeah. That's all they thought about. All right.
That's survival mode.
Survival mode. So now let's go back even further. So if you go back to the late, not to the late, but I'm gonna say the late 1800s and early 1900s, we started coming together. Goes back to what you were saying, Will, in regards to the Hispanics. We came together, and then they saw that, hey, they don't need us. Then they went ahead and tore down our Black Wall Streets and all that, right? Mm-hmm. Then they created all the systems in regards to the 60s dealing with welfare. You can't have a black man inside the household in order to get some type of assistance. Tore that part out. Now going back to the other side where she was talking about dealing with the slaves. Now, buck breaking. All right. So what happened then was the part of if you read a book or if you showed that you was a strong person that was going to try to free somebody, guess what? They caught you. They caught you. They caught you to kill you, and they do it in front of everybody. Now seeing you in front of everybody, now the mother is mama bear mode. She wants to protect her child. Don't you read that book? Don't you speak to this? Don't you do that? That's how this whole thing went. And it still happens like that because a lot of people are programmed that way.
Man, we still in slavery.
Now
I'm not in those.
Man,
I don't know what you talking about.
I don't care what you say. We are.
No.
Somebody in the comments said, "What are we gonna do to change it?" Like,
Tony, you don't feel like we still in slavery?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah.
I don't know what you talking
but see, this
about,
the thing. Here we go. Because Kanye said, listen. Kanye said it before.
You're well off, right? You can do the same thing Eddie Kane do.
No. There's different pieces to this thing. There's levels to this thing. You got to understand there's levels to this thing. It's not even just us that's slaves. It's everybody else that are slaves. It's bigger than this. That's its color. It's way bigger than that's its color.
Eddie Kane, just think about it, Eddie Kane.
It's more so now. It's less racism and more classism.
That's the part.
If your ass ain't got bread, you ain't getting.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Point blank.
And a lot of us are slave to the money. Kanye said that before. People when he talked about people were still slaves and people went on an uproar. People didn't understand that. People are doing out here on TikTok and Instagram and artists doing weird stuff. Why? To get that check. Why? They're a slave to attention. They slave to the money. They slave to everything. If you don't have a free mind to just literally say, hey, I can take a break from this, or hey, I can control this, then guess what? Guess what? Me, I have an addiction to work. Am I a slave to work? Possibly.
Because you got to provide.
I got to provide.
You got to provide.
But then on the other side, it goes back to the part of the things that I said earlier, dealing with my situation. My mom wasn't able to teach me about investment stocks and bonds and things like that because she was stuck on survival. Yep. So now I got the keys, I got the knowledge. So me and my kids, we're over here,
absolutely
giving everything.
Right. So that's where it stops, though. Like
no,
that's where.
But this the thing, though. But that's the thing. But that's just one family. That's just one family. Then we have another family over here. Then we have another. Wait. But what I'm saying is this right here. We have these families, right? We have all of these families, right? Now, do you think what my hand is doing?
Yep.
Everything is individualized. It's not here. That's the only part.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the part.
Because think about this. Think about this. When we are the only culture, when our kids turn 18, we kick their ass out the house.
Oh my God. Oh, that's another conversation. Look, listen, hold on.
Because you can't.
Well, let's get
come back to my house. You can't come back to my house when you leave.
Let's ruffle some feathers.
Listen.
And I'm not going to say we are the only, okay, because I don't want to overgeneralize. But I will say when I talk to people, more so, it is African Americans, it's Black people that say, oh, when he or she turn 18, they're not going to school. They got to get up out of here.
They got to get up out of here.
Absolutely.
And that's where I get upset. So here we go. Before you go into that, I'm gonna say this here. if my mother was here in Dallas, guess where I'll be staying? With my
your
mama.
mama.
With my mama. Why? Guess
See, I feel like it's a certain point from a man's standpoint. I feel like it's from a certain point.
with my kids.
I
With my kids.
now females are different, but from a man's standpoint, I feel like you have to get out and you have to learn how to feed yourself. Like,
Guess what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm not saying
Hold
18.
on.
Eddie
Wait a
Kane.
minute. Guess
I'm
what?
not saying 18.
Look.
The
I'm saying
Hispanics, they pile up together and they build houses and they all stay together. That's how
Listen.
they rich.
Listen, Bill Gates was staying in his parents' house until he was like 24, 25, until he asked his daddy for a freaking loan.
that's cool.
But then he asked his dad for a freaking
24,
loan.
25, because you're still in college around that time. You're still in
He
college
dropped
around that time.
out.
Eddie
You're still in
Kane.
college around
So
that
what
time.
you
Go
think
back
the
home.
No,
cutoff for somebody
he
to
dropped
get
out.
up out of their house?
So it's
What's the
okay for a
cutoff?
man
Yes.
in their parents' house till
Yes,
they're 30.
yes,
I wish
yes. I
I go back
told my
home
son
right
this
now.
right here. I told my son this. I said, son, you can stay in my house as long as you want, as long as you're taking care of business. I need you to stack your bread because when I graduated, I didn't have no bread. I need you to stack as much bread as possible. I'm going to give you money on top of the money that you get. So when you step out, you
ready.
good.
You ready.
We don't have that. We do not have that as a collective. Maybe a few, but not a lot. That's the problem. That's why
I feel like Tony
my
finna
friends,
start
that's why
selling bean
the
pies
majority
on
of
the
us is
live
fucked up.
because this
Hey, I ain't never seen him this lit.
Tony, where your
Hey,
bean pies at?
Hey, when we talk about
right
culture,
here.
it get deep, man. It get deep when you talk about culture, man.
Hey,
Cause
man,
you
that's the
right,
thing,
we
right?
can talk about this a 10-hour live right here.
This here,
This here,
because of
it's a
Yeah.
10.
survival, we lost a lot of things. Will we ever catch up to
No,
the others? No, Tony didn't catch the Holy Ghost. No, shit, been having that.
we'll never catch
It
up.
ain't no
We'll never
talk.
catch up, Tony.
No,
We'll never catch up.
we'll never catch up. Only thing we can do is do what we need to do and read as much as possible because every information is always changing. Just like AI. AI is changing by the day.
Second. By the second.
Boy, that AI is a different
By the
monster, boy.
second.
You see what I'm saying? And we gotta evolve just as fast as that. I
Yeah.
mean,
Because think about this. This is one of the new things that just came down, and I keep seeing it. Like, it attests to what Tony just said. Anytime that I've seen, like lately, somebody of color that has reached a certain status, why is it that we automatically got to be a DEI hire? Why can't I just know my shit and be good at what I do and get the position because I'm good at what I do, not because I'm black? But because DEI, like I feel like people use DEI as a code word for black. I'ma just say it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like DEI is a code word for black. People try to they've made it like with racist undertones. You know what I'm saying? Like black people can't be successful without help. It's so many African Americans out here that have had to get it out of the mud, and to have them negated, like they haven't done what they needed to do to be successful. They haven't gone to school. They haven't climbed the corporate ladder. We had to take backroom deals, or we had to sleep our way to the top. That's bullshit. But
see, but I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you with this right here. I'm gonna hit you with this right here. I'm gonna add to that. So this is the thing though, where we get to those. It goes back again to what we were just talking about earlier, dealing with this right here. Not the skin. I'm just talking about, like, just the individuality of everything. So with those people that went to those next levels in those corporations, right? Supposed to take that information and give it back.
Absolutely.
But how many of us have
that's not what
done
we're
it?
doing.
That's the part.
That's not what we're doing.
So that's how we lose, because guess what? Again, because we're at this certain level, we're still on survival. Even though we're making all this money, we're still on survival, and we're not thinking about.
I'm
And
in
that goes back to what Will
mode
said:
right now, Eddie Kane.
the crab in the barrel mentality.
I'm in survival mode right now,
Because
Eddie Kane.
we're not thinking about that.
It goes back
And there's probably some people
to
in
what he
here
said: the
watching.
crab in
Hey,
the barrel
listen.
Right now, with our culture, right? Tony can go get 50,000 right now, and they tell Tony, "Hey, send all your other friends over here, man. We giving $50,000." And not saying, just use you as an example, Tony. You won't even go get the information out. That's the kind of people we are. We
Yeah,
want to hear this free. It's not costing you nothing.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna front. I would, because the more of us in here we go again. Here we go again.
But
so even
get it together. Come on now.
even with that 50K. Guess what's about to happen? Oh, I'm about to go buy this. I'm gonna go buy that. I'm gonna go buy this. Why the fuck did I give you the 50,000? Why I go tell you to give this person this 50,000?
Yep.
I'm
The
gonna hit
first thing we go
you with
do.
this right. I'm gonna hit you with this right here. They have Hispanic supermarkets. They have Asian supermarkets. They have Indian supermarkets. Everyone have their own supermarket. Where's ours at? We have enough millionaires.
I used to think Food Town and Fiesta was ours, but it came out
We'll
of these
give
Mexicans.
goodbye, Will.
You know what?
Tony,
You know what? Get him. Press the X on him.
Listen,
Tony, I
hey,
did.
but
Tony,
on
I
a
used to
serious
think
note,
Food.
do y'all have financial classes in school now?
No, but a part of Avid, that's what I do. But as far as like the curriculum, no. And that's what we're doing to disservice to our kids. Because, like, for instance, I was talking to my seniors the other day about credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, credit and collateral is better than cash. Because right now, kids just see money. You know what I'm saying? They see money. Oh, let me flip this money. But you can have $50,000. And if you're trying to go invest, if you go to a bank, you go meet with, investors, and you got a 520 credit score, fuck out of here. What are we doing?
Listen, man, the respect level is treated differently towards you when that beacon score is jumping out the gymnasium, man. If that beacon score ain't jumping out the gymnasium, the respect level, man, they'll tell you, hey, sir, go sit over here. You're sitting in the car lot for 7 and 8 hours versus me. I can go in a car lot right now and I'm in tonight.
It's true.
I'm in tonight. I ain't gotta wait. When you got messed up credit, you're gonna be in a dealership for 8 hours. A work schedule day. They're gonna be running you through 100 banks. Tony, am I lying? They're gonna be trying to figure out.
We're gonna take you over. We're gonna take you over here. Give me 1 second. You in there like, dang. My first car. I was in there for a minute.
Come on.
3
I
people
was in there.
came and bought cars, and you still sitting in there like,
I'm
Man,
still.
you
I'm
in there,
like,
man. And then you pull your credit report. You got 31 hits on now because they done ran you through 100 banks trying to see who want to do business with you. Then you
yep.
gotta put dang near 10,000 down to even get a car, and the car ain't even what you really want.
No,
Versus you
I
got
got what I wanted though. I got what I wanted. I did. But that is true. Now the second time I was in and out. I don't know how, but I was in and out. Beep beep.
bro.
Walked in, signed, gone.
Bro, when I went and got my Maybach truck, I was in and out. Hour. Walk in and out. When you got good credit, man, that's the life of having good credit, man. You can get property, you can buy a house. Now, if you ain't got no good credit, ain't nobody finna give you no loan on no house. Ain't nobody finna give you a bank. Nothing.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's a bunch of us that's in today's age to where we've made it to a certain level, right? Or we doing our thing, right? You can't tell me what has happened 400, 500 years ago.
Here we go again.
it's systemic. It's not overt now. It's not clear cut racism. It's not clear cut discrimination. It's systemic. It's built into the system, so you don't recognize it as much as you would as a white water fountain versus a colored only water fountain. I can't go into the bank. I have the collateral. I have the credit. I can't go into the bank and get a loan because of the color of my skin. I can't qualify for, different types of accounts, and I can't, go and buy a car straight off the lot because they don't think that I actually have the collateral. They think as soon as I walk in, if I'm rich and if I'm buying a Maybach, I'm a drug dealer or a rapper. Not that I'm an accomplished businessman or businesswoman. You see what I'm saying? So it's these systemic ideals that have been ingrained into society and we have to change it because we have to be our own first helper. Like, we have to help ourselves before society looks at us differently. Why do you see some of the most rich people dressing very modest in white t-shirts and Air Force Ones and stuff like that?
Can I say one thing? Can I chime in? I have made a promise to myself, and Mia, I'm glad you said that. I'm done giving designer people my money. I'm gonna be in Banana Republic, H&M.
No.
That's
Wrong.
No.
be in Swin City. We got jeans,
Well,
socks, drawers.
I'm not giving these people
That's
no
a good.
more of my money.
That's a good point, though. We don't wear our own
Yeah,
people stuff. We don't wear our own
but I
people
will.
stuff.
But I will. I will order his stuff because I'm not, bro. I'm not going by $800-$900 shoes no more. $1,000. I'm not doing that. I could invest. That's investment money, man. That's investment money. I'm not doing it, Eddie Kane. I know it's hard to believe, Eddie Kane.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to believe, but Eddie
Yeah.
Kane, I just can't no more, man. I can't.
It keeps you
Not that
warm.
he
It keeps
modeling
you
his
warm.
stuff.
It keeps you
How
warm.
much that is?
It's
How much that is?
$250 right here. It's real leather too.
That,
Wow. Satin. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
$250.
It's $250.
Let me see it. Let me see what it's working with.
Okay, so
See what it's
you
working
got
with.
We the
Now we
City.
selling though.
All right.
Listen, man,
Swin
y'all
City.
doing
It's
this live
leather.
though.
You
Make sure
know.
I
y'all
need.
buy
Yeah.
I
some of
need
that.
that.
Show
You
the,
got.
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
I
the
buy
This
that.
the French
I'm
vanilla.
gonna support that. I'm gonna buy that. Send me the link.
I got you. I
I'm gonna
got
buy
you.
it.
But
Boom.
I was
That's
gonna
what's up.
say I was gonna add to what you were saying, Will. Hold on, let me take this jacket off. It was hot. See, it's warm. So this is the thing with I'm gonna put it all into one nutshell. In order for us, and matter of fact, Pharrell said it on an interview with Jamal from Forbes, and they also had it on IG. He said we have to galvanize, we have to share the sequence. We have to share the
Why
sequence. We have
don't we?
to.
Why don't we?
That's but that's the thing. That's a part of we got to start doing that now. We have to start doing it now. If we don't, we're just gonna be, because what's happening right now, stuff is speeding up,
Well,
but
I
we're
will share this
steady.
with everybody in here. If your credit is not right, you need to start working on because before it's
Absolutely.
all over with, ain't gonna be no more money no more. you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna need good credit, man. You know what I mean? And the nature of all this is to use. I ain't gonna say that the white folk money, but use their money and keep your money in the bank. I don't even use my hard money. I use credit cards, man, and I pay it
Yep.
back. Man, I'm not. Why would I? That's how you get. That's how you stay ahead, man. Don't spend your money. Spend their money. That's what it's
And then what
about.
he
That's
does
what
from
it's about.
that, when he does his credit cards, he puts that stuff on his credit cards. Now he's able to take trips for pennies on the dollar because he got
That's
$50,000, $60,000
what
air
points.
miles. Like,
Yeah.
so we're not teaching our kids about stuff
I
like
am.
that. We're
Yeah,
not teaching them the ins and outs of how
I
to
am.
not only make money, but maintain money. Because you can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have the understanding of how money works and how assets work and how cash flow works and how you can have money working for you behind the scenes,
Yes.
it's people right now sitting at home just doing nothing, and the money is out there working for
Ooh, I
them, and they're doing
can't
nothing.
wait to God bless. I can't wait to God bless me.
And see, that goes back to the part where I was talking about dealing with my kids staying with me,
Mhm.
giving them that opportunity to let's just say, for instance, like how many of us was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put 5,000 into this company just cause. No, we're putting like $200-$300 of a share inside of some stock.
I'm scared of. I'm scared of top stock. People be
But
telling me
yeah,
I'm
no,
scared
that's
of it.
fine. But what I'm saying is this right here: able to really just say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put this into this and see what happens.
Right.
We don't think that way. Shoot, 500, man, that's 500. That's too much. What, really? No,
Yeah, I'm scared
no.
of it.
And
Maybe I.
but see, at the end of the day, it's the part of, you see, when you say you scared of, but it's the part of having that option to do so. We don't have those options to do so, just to see.
Right.
Because if we drop that 5K, shit, that's all I got.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
I drop that 5K, hey, guess what? I still got some stuff left. I want to see how this is gonna work. Oh,
Right.
okay, cool. Now that 5K done turned into 15. Okay, cool. That was just in 3 days. I'm just using it as an example.
Do you think? So do you think us? Because everybody in here in this live right now, parents in these four corners. Do you think it's important for us to be teaching our kids about credit and building a credit and
Yes,
how to
yes,
secure a credit
yes.
card and things of that nature?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this here. I'm gonna go ahead and say this here. Put your kids on. Don't tell your kids about it, but put your kids on your credit. If you got good,
Authorized use on all my
if you
credit
have
cards.
if you have good credit, if you have good
Authorized
credit,
user on all my
Let me
credit
tell you
cards.
something. It's called piggybacking, and what you do it. But like you said, you got to have good credit. If as long as you have good credit, what you can do. And if I know parents gonna say, "Oh, I don't want my kids spending money," you don't even have to give your kid a
You don't have to
card.
give them a card.
You put their name on the application, and they're piggybacking off your good credit. And by the time they graduate high school, by the time they graduate college, they got a 750, 800 credit score, and they've done nothing.
But hold up, not even that, Mia. Let's add this. You add them as an authorized user, right? And then you go let them apply for a credit card, and they got their own credit card now to go off to college with. And you teach them, don't spend your money from your cost of attendance. When you need groceries and things, use your credit card, and you pay that money back by the month. You see what I'm saying? When you need to buy something, keep your hard money. That's the name of the game, Eddie. When you got good credit, your kids can go then apply. You got an 800 credit score. Your kids can go apply for their own credit card and get them a kid don't need nothing about, probably about a $5,000, maybe $2,500 credit card limit in college. That's it.
I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you with this, then I'm getting off. Teach your kids how to play offense instead of defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Proactive, not reactive. You got to be proactive, not reactive.
Put Sean in here, man, because Big Boy want to talk, man. Put Big Boy in here, man. Oh, Lefty came back. There he is.
He's showing the face now.
There he is. Show
Boy,
your face.
I'm not.
He in there playing video.
I'm
He in there
eating
playing
chicken,
video. He
man.
playing Modern Warfare right now. I know what he
Nah,
doing.
I sold my video game. I said video games for kids, man. I'm too grown for that.
Oh,
So I seen headphones on.
Oh no, I wear headphones everywhere.
Oh,
So we was talking about the money, right? What do you feel like that's an importance? Do you feel like that's why we behind as a culture too, or just as kids in general, not having that type of course in the schoolhouse?
Yeah, but there's so many ways that people make money now that it's just like
it's crazy.
these kids making money on TikTok, bro. It'll be hard. Like my brother, he Twitch streams every day. Every day. He made $177 last month, bro. He a junior in high school, bro, just at the crib, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like my parents show him, hey, do this, save some of that, like stuff like that. But how he gets it and stuff is just like you gotta find what works for you.
Right. So I think you still can have that course though.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
okay,
I think it's important. No, I think it's
you got
definitely
this
important
money.
because you
So
don't know
now what
what
do
to
I do
do
with this
with
money?
it, bro.
Yeah.
Because I have seniors right now that they're talking about, oh, well, I'm leaving, or if I'm not going to college, I'm moving out. And I'm like, do you know how much the average 1-bedroom apartment is right now?
Boy.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you.
Like, do you
look at it.
understand?
Listen.
Do you
Well,
understand that? It's gonna have to be
listen.
12 people living in that house for you to be able to afford rent.
Listen.
So I'm asking this, Mel. Is Kennedy welcome back home after college?
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Now, so I'm asking you this.
Door wide open.
So I'm asking you this. So I had a kid talk to me yesterday in college. She said she asked the upperclassmen, well, what are y'all doing after high school? After college. Oh, my mom didn't redone my room. I'm going back home. Man, that's bullshit though. Like, after being in college 5 years, I'm going back home?
But here's the deal.
I feel
when those
for
kids are
people,
in college,
help your kid.
Okay, so here's let me say this.
Help me, please.
Okay. So the reason why I say after college is because once they graduate from college, they're just now about to enter the career force, whatever they decide to do. Right. So they don't have any work experience, and if they do, it's minimal, right? They don't have, a lot of them don't have credit established. If they do, it's minimal.
Yeah.
So I would rather.
Most of them don't have free college. Like having that is a luxury.
It is
too. Like I have to pay for college.
It is.
Like, I have to pay.
And so what ends up happening is these kids get in hella debt, and they're out there in the world, and they looking at their mama, and their mama like, hell, I'm in debt too. What you want me to do? You see what I'm saying? But I would rather Kennedy come back, find a job, go to work, stack your bread, be here 2 to 3 years. You already debt free because you graduated from college because you went to school on a scholarship. So now you got a 750 credit score, don't have debt, you done stacked your bread. It ain't nothing that nobody can tell you. You can move how you want to move. Like that's the thing, is like sometimes we put ourselves in positions to where we have to be subject to having to listen to other people because we can't move the way we want to move because we're restricted. Our brain not right. Our
We on other
credit
people's
not right.
time, like,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's what my mom. That's kind of what my mom. We both kind of start our entrepreneur journey the same thing. Now I'm a mama employee. Like,
Well,
yeah,
Lefty
like,
Keep it in the
I,
family.
love his mama, man.
If she
yeah, I
Lefty
love
love.
my mama.
somebody
I
to me,
love.
it's gonna
I
pay
love
you.
it too, man. Lefty love his mama, man. I
Yeah,
love
like,
it.
hey, when she a nurse, she got on. Hey, when she needs the meds dropped off, I'm gonna go drop them off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you supposed to.
Yeah, when my brothers need to be picked up, I'm picking them up. When they need to be dropped off, I'm dropping them off. Same, yeah, vice versa, whatever. Yeah.
Got you. So
So you say 3 months, 3 years. What's the window span, Mia, when you come home from college to stay in there? Is her husband, if she end up getting married, is her husband able to move in?
Oh,
Hell
that's
no. No,
nuts.
no.
That's
See,
what?
now
nuts.
you're
That's
pushing it.
nuts. That's
Now
nuts.
you
No, it's happening.
pushing it.
It's happening in some households though.
Your
Not in
husband
this one.
moving in is
So
crazy.
Kennedy can stay if she wants to stay here until she gets married. She can.
But her husband not welcome now.
No, because now y'all your own family. So now
Yeah.
y'all gotta figure that out.
That's why I
Like
said it's different for a dude,
once you
bro.
become a unit with somebody else, you're no longer a part of this immediate family unit.
Yeah,
You
wait.
got your own family.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
well,
gotta
he's
go.
a part of y'all family now because he's a part of her.
This nigga Will,
Will,
boy.
don't
No,
piss
that's
me off.
crazy.
Listen.
Don't
Nah,
Will, don't
Listen.
I'm nothing in
Will,
that.
don't piss me off.
Listen.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
No.
So
Nowhere.
I want to get on this topic in the schoolhouse. So we said the kids, they got their issues at home. They bring them to the school. You asking them. So the comments was real interesting about this topic. Having sex basically at the schoolhouse is
Bro.
yeah. I mean,
Wow.
shit.
Boys
Was
got
this
they
what we
That's
talking about tonight?
I
listen
mean, it happens.
what
at the
it's happening. Them
school.
boys got
So
they had their
they
pants dropped to
smoking
their ankles.
blunts, they drinking at the schoolhouse.
Dog,
They putting vodka
these
in
kids is
water
wild,
bottles
bro.
and
Like
drinking them,
they
and they
doing it
sitting in
and they doing it
class.
outside of school too, bro. The parties
So
is
my thing
crazy.
is,
Like
as a parent,
it's just
how do you?
not
Of course, like you said, when they
new.
get older, it's less monitoring, right? So you as a teacher, do you get into that, or do you kind of just be like, go to the office, or do you kind of
Oh
talk to
no,
them?
I
Like,
don't interject because if I catch somebody smoking, then yeah, I'll let somebody in the office know. But when it comes to those sexual acts, I don't get in there. I'll call somebody because I don't want any parts of that. Like, and
Yeah,
I actually
those are
walked
classes.
in, like I said, I walked in on a young lady and a young man, and they were engaging in an act, and I immediately turned around and I went in my room and I said, there's two students in so and so hallway, and they're engaging in sexual acts. Y'all better come back here and get them. I'm not intervening in that. I don't break up fights.
Hold up, so
I
hold
don't enter.
up, Mia. You seen that? You seen it with your own eyes?
Yes, I did.
bro, I'm like, bro, if I
Can,
seen, I
now,
wouldn't
Mia,
even know
I'm saying, hold up.
These
Where were they
kids
at?
bold, bro. They don't
Where were they
care.
at?
at the
They're in
school.
the stairwell, the back stairwell, during
And
class.
he got his pants dropped to his ankles. Wow,
Nah, they don't even
that's
care, G.
that's crazy work right there.
Bro,
And you see it, you
You
see
gotta
it.
tell, like, what are you supposed to
But I'm just
do?
saying though, does it traumatize you? I mean,
Absolutely. Because now you have to think
You don't
about it.
get
Now
paid
I have
enough
to
for that.
still
Nah,
see
I don't
these
get paid enough
kids.
to see that, bro.
I have to still see these kids. And so it's like I've seen you in a situation like that, and now I
I
have
can't
to
even say what
look
I
at
want
you
to
every
say.
day in school. Like
He
I can't
back there.
send them away and banish them. Now they did go to Davis, which is the
Hold
alternative
up,
school,
but
but
I'm
they
gonna
were allowed
ask you
back
this.
in school.
I'm gonna ask you
See,
this. This is what I
alternative
want to ask
school is
you,
here. They
Miss
do not
Mill.
have that in Oklahoma,
But I
bro.
want to
I
ask
did
you
never heard
one
of
thing, Miss
alternative
Mill.
school until I got here.
When they
What's up?
see you, or is he still performing at a high level?
Come
No,
on.
You know what?
I don't know. I'm asking. Do
okay,
they have at least
seriously,
have
bro.
enough respect to
No,
stop?
they were startled. Yes, they were startled. Yes, they were startled. Will, right here, man. God
So did you
damn.
talk to her? Like, are you talking to the girl? Like, do you even
That's
say
what I'm
No,
saying,
anything?
I
bro.
don't. I
Because we
don't. when I saw the act being performed, I didn't say anything to either one of
Yeah, I don't
them.
know
I saw it,
if I
I
could
turned
teach though. I
around,
don't know if I
I
could
went
do
to my
all that.
phone, I called the office, I told the office they need to send the admin back here because this is what's going. I was not about to intervene in that.
Man,
No, that's crazy.
Because now I have to write a statement. I'm not writing a statement about what I just saw. I'm not doing that. If I intervene to the point where I'm like, y'all need to come to the office and I'm taking both of y'all to the office, now I got to write a statement. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to call. That's what they get paid money for. They get paid money
man,
to come
we
down
gotta
here and
love
break
our
that
we
stuff
gotta
up.
love our teachers more, man.
I don't get paid to do that.
Yeah, we got.
No, I'm just saying. Now everybody got. I got a lot of favorite teachers I had.
So my thing is, we talked about BC birth control, right?
Oh my
So
Huh?
gosh, what are we talking about tonight?
no, because
Like
she's
what?
in the schoolhouse. Do they still have the abstinent classes
No,
or abstinent? They
no.
don't have those.
Mm-mm.
What do you mean? Like
Like
So they
the
had
health
they
ed
like the
had.
health
classes, the
class?
sex ed classes, no, they don't have those anymore.
I could have sworn I had that. It was called something else.
I don't think it was like a regular class. It was just like a couple
An
times.
elective. You had to get
What,
in it.
sex education?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Yeah, we didn't have that. It was called something else. Like something else.
I know
So
they
do
They
had a
you?
don't
class.
have that anymore.
I know they had a class for all the pregnant moms.
I remember that
Yeah,
class.
they had a class like that.
So
I
do you?
remember that.
Yeah.
So do you?
We didn't have no
So you
pregnant
as a
moms
parent,
at
do you
our school.
communicate with the girls on like?
Oh, absolutely. I try to mentor all of those young girls,
Man, that's tough,
especially
man. That's
right,
tough.
because some of these girls and this is all kids, these kids come from horrible situations. Like
Mm,
horrible situations. And when you hear these kids and they're actually confiding in you about stuff that is going on at their house and you like, "Oh my gosh." You just
That's tough.
have a totally different outlook. Like I have heard some of the most depressing, dark, traumatic stuff from kids. And it's like, I don't even see how you hear school today. Like, I don't even see how you have the will to come to school today, but you're here and I'm glad to see you. Like, I've had to say that to kids before, like, I'm sorry you're going through that, but I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're here because sometimes school is the safest place for some of these kids. It's the most consistent. It's the most structured. It's
Yeah.
the most like they know what's gonna happen. They know at 11:45 they're gonna eat lunch. They know at 2 o'clock they're gonna go to fourth period. When they get out of school, their lives are so uncertain, and it's the fear of the unknown when they leave home. And at
Yeah, you
school,
might
they
have to
know
wait at
what's
school
gonna
all
happen.
day for your mama to pick you up, bro.
Some
Okay.
kids hate leaving school going home.
mm.
Bro, I live 30 minutes from the school, bro. Just to go to a good school, bro. I used to wait till like 7 o'clock on my mama to get off work, bro. For real, bro. At school, bro. We get out at 2:55, bro.
So what do you tell a kid that's in that situation? Because I mean, you got your own family to kind of live up to. Like, does that like bring some strain on your household as well?
No, it just puts things into
No.
perspective. I've learned to let little things go as a parent because when I see the stuff that other kids are dealing with, it puts the shit into perspective for me and makes
Man,
it like,
if that
what?
woman brought everything what she went through at that school in her household, she'd be a divorced woman.
Absolutely. Oh,
I'm just
absolutely.
being honest with you, Eddie
Yeah.
Kane.
Wait, you said what?
Say it
If she
again.
brought everything that she went through at that school, she'll be a divorced woman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It'll tear our family apart.
Mm-hmm.
Apart. And that you cannot bring what you go through at the workplace back to your
And that's
home. That
any
could be
workplace.
detrimental, man.
Yeah,
That's any job.
that's
You just
anywhere.
you
Mm-hmm.
just can't, Eddie Kane. You gotta leave, let the workplace be the workplace. You can't bring that in your house, man. That'll destroy your family, man.
So so as a teacher, where do you go for your outlet? I guess because you
Talk
need.
to
I mean,
God.
teachers need an outlet. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I have friends that are other educators,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we do things together. I like a lot of downtime. I don't when I leave school, it's so stressful. Sometimes you just have to have a mental decompression. You know what I'm saying? Whether
Gotta
it's
go
dealing
have
with
gotta go have a drink.
that too.
How you some Utah. That's how I
Come on,
feel
Eddie
leaving the
Kane. Eddie
gym.
Kane,
That's how I feel leaving the gym, Mia.
why we gotta be PG? We know what she going to get her a drink. She going to get a hard drink, man.
I know she's right.
gonna have her a drink after dealing with them crumb snatchers.
Listen, man.
Hey, and I
Go
mean
ahead.
that's what it is. That's what it is. But you know what? Let me say this. I don't think the school system is as bad as we're making it out to be. There's some things that need to change, but I think that the school system would change if we start changing what we do in our households. Like as
Ooh.
teachers, parents send me their best, and it may not be, when I say parents send me their best, they send me all that they have. When they send their kids to school, that's their kid. They're sending me the best that they have. And so it's my job as a teacher to sift through all the BS and try to figure out how I can help that kid, meet them where they are. That's why I deal with the knuckleheads. That's why I deal with the kids that are the loners. That's why I deal with the kids that are going through the most stuff outside of school. I love dealing with those
Like, hey,
populations.
first period, I'm
Yeah.
asleep. Miss Leah, I'm sorry, I'm tired. No, bro, real talk, bro. Just imagine, bro. You live 30 minutes from the school. School start at 7:25, bro. You get into school at 5:30 just to get a workout in at 6:30, bro. Then the teacher got the lights off the whole first period, bro, doing notes. I'm
Oh
asleep.
yeah, it's
I'm
over with.
sorry.
I'm asleep.
I'm sorry. Every
I'm
time I'm
asleep.
asleep, bro. Every time.
Yeah, I'm
I
asleep.
don't care what we talking about.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
And then think about those kids who have to work in order to support
Yeah.
their households. You know what I'm saying? You have these single parent households to where it's 4 kids in the house and you're the oldest, and the mom is like, say, man, I need some help. So you can't play basketball. I know you want to play basketball. I need you to go get this job so you can help pay some of these bills. Think about those kids who are
I'm
stripped
the
of their
oldest.
adolescent years.
Yeah.
They're stripped of their childhoods because they're having to raise younger brothers and younger sisters. They're having
You
You
see
to
that
gotta
a
make
lot?
pay.
sure they eat. You gotta make sure they eat. You gotta
Yeah, a
cook their
lot.
food.
Yeah,
You gotta do all
How you feel about
that,
that,
bro.
AK?
I mean it's tough. I mean, yeah, that's
You
tough,
gotta
especially
make sure
as a
they get
teenager.
home
Like,
after school. You
yeah,
have to
that's
make
tough.
sure they get home, bro. For real. And if they don't get
But
home, that's on you,
do you
bro.
feel like Braswell's it's a pretty good community, right? I mean, well, it didn't that part of didn't
It's a
anyway.
good community, but we got a lot of YNs.
Oh, for real?
How far you stay from UNT?
About 20 minutes, 20,
That
25
would have
minutes.
that would have been perfect for your daughter to go to school.
Look at him. Look at him.
What I said? What?
Look at him.
No, me. I ain't saying
So
nothing.
out of all the Denton areas, is that I know Denton is like Denton High is like that's more of like the minority school,
Well,
like the
well,
poor
Braswell, the
school.
school I teach at has the highest minority population. It's 56% Black.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Dang.
Oh, I thought Denton.
Yeah.
So that's more than
Yeah.
Denton.
We have the highest minority population out of all the high schools in Denton. Braswell does. Yeah.
Mm.
Let's
Mhm.
see that.
If you
You know,
look
it's bad kids
at the
everywhere, bro. I ain't
basketball
gonna lie.
team.
It's bad kids
Yeah.
Basketball team.
everywhere, bro. They
Yeah.
spread out, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But what I'm saying is, it kind of you don't see it like it's a lot, but like I wouldn't think like. Of course, you got like Denton got how many schools? 4.
Denton has 4 high schools. Yes.
So four schools, and you would say 2 of them are majority Black
Mm-hmm.
schools, which is that. So do you see a different? I don't know if you have like the facts or whatever. Like, can you like tell the numbers on between those schools? Like as far as
Yeah,
like
you can. You can look at it as far as like how many kids are on free and reduced lunch. You can look at the number of kids that are considered at risk. And
at risk of
unfortunately,
what?
at risk as in meaning that they failed 1 or more classes per year, or they haven't passed any of their STAR tests, or they are on an IEP because they're, they have special education services. Those are things that make a student or consider a student at risk. At risk for meaning that they are at risk for possibly dropping out because they don't have the resources. So if you are on free lunch, you're automatically deemed by the school district as at risk because you have to qualify for free lunch.
Well, I know I was
It's
at risk.
considered a poverty marker.
Yeah, I never had free lunch in Texas, but I had free lunch in Oklahoma.
Everybody get free breakfast, right?
Absolutely
No,
not. Who get
no.
free
Absolutely
breakfast?
not.
Bro,
When I was in
no
school,
cap,
they
bro.
had changed the
My
rule.
account
Everybody
used
get
to
free
be in the
breakfast.
negatives, bro. No cap.
Now, some school
Glad I ain't had to
districts,
put up with that.
some school districts, Ed, to go along with what you said, some school districts have made it to where, yes, we'll give you free breakfast, but that's not across state. That's not a
No,
statewide deal.
heck no, bro.
That's
My
by
account was
district.
in the negative, Ed,
Yeah.
But they
bro. My
not
account literally ran up
even
to
if,
like a
but
negative $40, bro. I don't care.
they not gonna deny you from eating though.
No,
Yeah,
they won't deny you from eating. If your account is negative and you haven't paid your money, they're gonna give your ass a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
yeah. Hey, unless you
What,
like me,
Ed, what you
no cap,
laughing at? I'm being serious.
bro.
I
No
know
cap,
it's
bro.
just
This is
fair,
fact.
like.
Look, bro.
Eddie
My
Kane play.
account,
Man,
my
Eddie
account
man.
ran up so much. Boom. I'm like, heck no, bro. I literally turned around, gave somebody behind me the tray, jumped over the rail, and took the tray, bro. I'm not paying for that. I'm not getting no peanut butter and jelly, bro. I'm eating this lunch, regardless
So
what
my
you say,
thing
bro.
is with the school system, right? Why I feel like everybody should go eat for free, right? That's just me
Hmm.
personally, right? I feel like every kid should eat for
I
free, no matter
I do
the
too.
no, it matter the income, like none of that stuff like that, right? Um, and I feel like that's a big that could be a knock on some kids, like, dang, you gotta pay for lunch, because now you kind of like it's the
There he
comparison
is.
thing that we go back to,
There he is.
like you could compare certain people's status on like, oh, if they paying for lunch, I ain't gotta pay for lunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
like I
bro.
said,
Hey, I wasn't trying to pay for lunch, bro. What you talking about, bro? I wasn't
it
like
just
but it's
my
what I'm
account
goes back
stayed in
to,
negative, bro.
it's classism. Again, it goes back to classism. Like, I know we talk about like racism a lot. That's a key talking point, but really it comes down to what you have and what you don't.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, because if you have the money, you have the resources.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can go
Yeah.
at you, and that's the thing. Like, let's look at it from a basketball aspect, because I've seen this question so many times. It's like back in the day, we didn't have all these athletic training facilities for kids. We didn't have all these trainers and stuff. You had to go and get it out of the mud, right? You had to go to your park. You had to set your own cones up. You had to set your own drills and do your own drills. But now that kids are introduced to having a trainer, like right now, if you're an elite athlete and you don't have a trainer, you're going to be looked at like you're crazy.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't have that, but kids were still hooping, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why do we have to make kids feel like they have to have all of these different things in order to be successful? Like, we have to start teaching our kids how to be resilient. I think we've lost that piece, is teaching his kids how to be resilient, because we enable them, we
Yeah,
coddle
I
them.
feel like that's what I was trying to say earlier when y'all was talking about traditional routes and degrees and all that. Like, even with us, I took the most untraditional route in the scouting space. No, whatever experience, all of that. I didn't need none of that, bro. I just trust my eyes and what I see, regardless what anybody say. Like, but it kind of like, I don't want to say it stopped me, but
And
me being so,
you doing a hell of a job too, brother.
yeah, like me kind of being just accurate and persistent with it is what got me in the door. Like, it opened more doors than me trying to kiss up and all of that. I just feel like that don't work ever.
So you don't be kissing Jason Key ass?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Ask Jason Kidd about it. Ask Jason
I
Kidd.
just I just
Will
asked, bro.
you?
Can I ask? Can I ask? You know
No, I
me.
mean ask
You know
Jason Kidd.
I'm asked. I just asked. I just asked, bro.
Nah,
Lefty, I can.
ask Jason Kidd.
Lefty, don't let him try to come for you like
He's
that.
trying to get something
But I
started.
do
He's trying
feel
to get
like
something
as
No,
for a
started,
I
bro.
ain't.
coach though, like
He's
much
trying to get something
respect,
started, but
to Will, but I do feel like as a coach though, I feel like we have conditioned our minds to like, oh, we have to do certain things to get to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, you
oh, we
got
gotta kiss,
to think this how I came in at
we gotta kiss
17. Like,
ass.
y'all think I don't care now at 17?
I
I
ain't gonna
didn't
lie
care
though.
about
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. These college coaches respect Lefty, bro. I be talking to
n-
them. They
yeah,
they
like
hey, they
I
care
keep it a
about that boy
thousand, bro.
word. Like that boy word means something, man. So
Bro, cause I keep it a thousand.
he can't really go vouch for a kid and lie because his name gonna go to like Google.
Yeah, yeah. Facts, bro. That's how I build my reputation, just trying to keep it as thousand as I can. Like, I don't care who it is. Hey, we could be cool, but I'm gonna tell them how I really feel, bro. It is what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
That's
kissing up, bro, it never gets you what you want, bro. It always
Hey, but
gets you
hey, I
like
ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah.
n-
What?
name, bro. It don't get you what you want, bro. You still not gonna be treated with the respect that you really want, bro, at all. At all, bro.
Yes,
At
yes,
all.
and
You,
no,
So sudden
you can
because
show
exposure,
respect. You can show respect.
sudden exposure. Y'all stand on business. Y'all move it in y'all own little bubble,
Yes, sudden
and y'all
exposure.
ain't
We stand on exposure. We trust our own eyes. We don't care about no rankings. We don't care about what nobody say. If
y'all
we
ain't
see
sucking
it,
up
we
to
trust.
nobody.
No, ain't nobody that
Y'all
can
don't care
change my
nobody. Y'all
mind.
don't
None of
care
that.
about no Shane or no Jason Keys.
Yes, yes. We don't care about nobody's opinion but our
100.
Ed,
own.
get your
That
boy,
it's that
cause he
simple.
wilding. Ed, get your
100.
boy.
I
get off
respect.
the
I mean, it's
wheel
just facts.
live. Get,
I show
listen,
respect. I show respect where it's due, but I'm not finna
Absolutely.
kiss up. I'm not
Lefty,
finna kiss up to
you do
nobody
you
just
do
to
a really
feel
good job, Lefty.
yeah,
Lefty,
Ed,
I'm
you
gonna ask you
do
just
it
get
something. Do
like,
pulled.
and
you think?
I'm
Hold
gonna
up, Lefty.
take
I'm
the
gonna ask you
time.
something. I'm being serious now. I was just playing about the Jason Key stuff. But do you think you get enough respect in this business?
Uh, I feel like at first, a lot of people would talk, oh, he's young, he's a kid. I never cared about I always forget how old I am in the space because I don't care about that. Like none of
I
that
ain't gonna
phases me.
lie.
But a lot of
I ain't gonna lie. When not to cut him off, when Lefty did a write up on Shantaria, dog, I passed that write up around to my whole family. Man, I felt so good about that write up. I ain't even know him then. Like that
that's
write
why I
up,
used to
like
just be
no.
behind the
But
scenes
hey,
because
but
people
hold up,
made my age such a big
Eddie
thing,
Kane,
bro.
his write-ups gave kids hope, like to be like, dang, because he was putting in his write-ups like, I see her as a Big Ten or playing. It was giving kids hope, like, dang.
Yeah.
And hold up, he was on point. Hold up,
mm-hmm.
Eddie Kane. He said in his write-ups, he said that he seen my kid in a big or like the A10, and she went to the A10. Like he
Hey,
be on point, man. He be on. This was way before any
this is my first
A10s
time
offered
really seeing her, bro. This
sin,
is literally my first
and
time seeing
he
her on
was
site.
right on. I still got the write up. He was right on point, bro. He was
Cause my
on point.
camera died. She was hooping and my camera freaking died, bro. I literally put it in eval, bro. My camera died during the
And
game.
Lefty, I have
No
a
cap,
he
bro.
said
Lefty.
in
I
his
got a
write up
personal
too
question.
that
How old
that
are
is
you, Lefty?
24.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Like
I
for
started
real.
in high school, bro. I be 17. Y'all should have just seen my when I found out who was who. Like it
Lefty
just, I was like,
24.
there's no way I can't take over. That's just my logic every time.
Mm-hmm.
Once I went
So
to March Fest for the first time, I said, oh man, I could dominate this
Ed,
space.
how old are
Literally,
you?
first time.
I'm 33.
That's what's up. I remember
don't ask me that.
5 years ago. I remember 5 years ago when you had the old I'm Coming account, and
Mm-hmm.
you had probably about 700 or 800 followers, bro. And I used to see you, I'd be like, who is it? Because I hadn't seen you before, and I used to see, I'm like, who is this new little young dude? I used to see you like at all the sports, volleyball,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, and I'm like, you were the first one that started doing like you weren't just basketball specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In the Dallas metroplex.
Right.
You
And you
know
was
what
the
I'm
first
saying?
one really doing interviews too, bro. You really did started
Exactly.
the interviews
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
crazy out
So
here, bro. You put
I,
that
I
on.
want to take the time to say, Lefty and Ed, you guys are really moving the space for young African Americans in the basketball community. Because typically, like Lefty was saying, if you're not 40, 50 years old, got 20 years of coaching experience, done coached on, this level, this level, this level, sometimes people try to say, well,
I want
how
to
do
ask
you really know?
Lefty something.
You
I gotta
know,
ask Lefty something
so
really,
y'all
really
doing a good
strong.
Ask me.
job. Keep it up.
I
Yeah,
got a
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
question
Ask
for
me.
Lefty. I got a
Yeah,
question for
yeah,
Lefty tonight. This is way
yeah.
off topic
Okay,
though.
okay.
Lefty, how you're a black man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Obviously the ladies are after you. How do you handle? Hold on, no. How do you
What?
handle
No, okay,
Lefty?
this is a serious
Hold up,
question.
no.
This is a
Don't be
serious
on
question.
topic.
No,
Okay,
this is a
go,
serious
go, go.
question. No,
This is a
how do you
serious question.
handle if a junior or a senior in college, even a sophomore in college, because you're around their age,
Hmm.
nobody can really say nothing like if Lefty was to talk to one of these girls because he around their age bracket.
Hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
so how would you handle that, Lefty? Like because I wouldn't say nothing like if Eddie Kane, I'm like, Eddie Kane, you trip, bro.
You
We gotta
tripping
have a
now, facts.
conversation, Eddie Kane.
Yeah,
Nah,
You know what
facts.
I
yeah.
mean?
Nah,
But
facts.
Lefty, we can't really trip Lefty. I didn't even know Lefty was that young. Like
Yeah.
he jump on campus a fifth year senior. Like
Hmm.
slide me that number. Lefty ain't in the wrong. He's not in the wrong.
Yeah.
For me, I try to be professional across the board. Like I try to not mix
Man,
any
Angel
of
Reese
that. Like
sliding
that.
that DM right now.
See, look. see the crazy thing is I knew Angel Reese before she was. I've been knew Angel
But
Reese.
she's
That's the thing.
sliding that
Like,
DM right now.
but see, look. Everybody look at it as this. I'm not gonna shoot at them. I'm gonna just shoot at their friends, bro. That's always been my logic, bro.
But
Like,
they
obviously, I'm
friends
not.
may be in college.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm in college. I was just in college, yeah. But like basketball, I try not to mix any of that because it just looks weird.
Okay.
Like, I try not to mix
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I
Me
get that. I
personally.
get that. I get
Yeah,
that. I get that. Cause then if you,
they're gonna say it's
yeah, I get that.
unprofessional. They'll try to.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, I just don't like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I just don't
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
like that look.
and perception is reality. So they'll be like,
Yeah,
oh, if he'll
yeah.
talk to a college, oh, maybe he'll,
Yeah, like I don't need none of that. Yeah,
yeah.
no,
But but at
yeah,
the
no.
same time, you
Yeah,
still got to pop it,
if
young
they
boy.
don't hoop, and if they don't hoop, it
Yeah,
ain't college. Yeah, like it's free
it's free
game. It's free game.
game,
Yeah,
baby.
those are
So
facts.
you
Those are
wouldn't
facts.
date. So you wouldn't date a hooper.
Nobody would know. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
It
what I'm
wouldn't
saying.
be
I
public.
wouldn't keep. I
It
respect.
wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't put
public.
nobody in my business. It'll be
It wouldn't be
confidential.
public. It wouldn't be
Cause
public.
then
Confidential.
they're gonna say you got a conflict of interest.
Yeah,
You know what I
And
mean?
it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna
yeah,
it's gonna
like
mess with his money. It's gonna mess
Right,
with his money.
yeah, I can't.
right.
Yeah,
It's gonna he
nah.
can't
It
do
would never be
that.
public.
He
Yeah,
would
it
have
would
to
never be
wait till
public.
she graduate from college and be done.
Yeah, be done hooping just all
Yeah,
together. Just quit
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
hooping all together. Yeah, no way.
Okay.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, no way.
Because I mean, like that could affect his credibility. Because now
But
people
you,
gonna
Eddie
start
Kane,
asking questions
it's a
like,
no
Yeah,
go.
"Well,
It's a
did she
no.
get that
Oh, yeah,
off
I
of
don't
you,
fool.
Lefty,
I
because
don't
he's
fool with
talking
it.
to her, or did she
exactly,
right?"
exactly.
So
Yeah, I don't like that.
it's
Yeah, I don't like that.
yeah.
I don't like that at all. No, I can't lie.
How
Gotcha.
you?
No,
Okay,
hell
y'all. So listen, Auntie got to get her beauty rest because I gotta go impact the world tomorrow.
no. Okay,
Listen.
okay.
Huh,
I really just
huh.
got to be on my bullshit tomorrow. But it has been fun. Like I'm gonna really start hopping on and getting on with y'all. This has been really fun. It's been really informative. Just getting other perspectives and talking about people's livelihoods and the different ways that people have, grown up and how they interacted with their parents and stuff. So it's good to hear various viewpoints. Ed, I appreciate the opportunity. I rock with you.
Yep.
10 toes down. I should have put on my upcoming
Hey, Eddie Kane,
hoodie. I should have put that
Eddie
on,
Kane,
but I was
and
like,
we need to.
I'm gonna be chill.
The next live, Eddie Kane, we need to get in the live and talk about a lot of things that these freshmen in college are going through right now. That's our next live.
Okay.
We need to tap in on that because hey, it's a lot of them that's at the breaking point right now. I ain't just
Mm,
saying nothing.
I'll
So we
hop
got to
on.
come in. Yeah, we got to talk about it. We got to get some parents in here, man, because it's a real
like breaking
live.
point, you mean just ready to go, or they ready to quit hooping, or
Yeah,
like a little bit of everything?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Just ready to
Mm.
give it all up and come to the crib, man.
Hey, yeah, not fact.
Yeah, man.
It be like that.
Because it ain't what they, and not even that. It ain't even the kids. It's the parents that's at breaking point because the parents say, "I never expected this to
Yeah,
be like this."
What
yeah.
Because
you
you got
mean
to understand when your
expected what?
dude. So a lot of these college
Dude.
coaches, hold up, a lot of these college coaches have lied to these kids, bro. And these
Yeah,
kids have
fact.
got on campus, bro. And you got to understand, a parent ain't even in squabble mode no more. It ain't like AAU where you can go run down on a coach or a high school
Yeah,
coach.
once you sign that, all your
And
leverage is gone once you
all
sign that.
leverage, no, you don't run nothing. So you hopeless. You can't even help your kid in no situation. And not saying we trying to coddle them, but it's a lot of kids, bro. I had a parent tell me the other day, man, the coaches won't even, they can be on one side of the court. They kid to be on the other side training. The coach won't even tell her, hey, come get in the workout. Said they kid broke down in the middle of the street and did, I can't even say where. Well, he
Mm,
broke down and didn't even come help
mhm.
the kid or nothing, dog. Like, it's a lot of kids,
Yeah,
bro. It's a lot of coaches really that don't care. They really don't
that's
care,
why I be
bro.
telling girls all the time. You can't assume that they gonna do right by you. You can't assume that you gotta get the facts. That's why you gotta get the
Mm-hmm.
facts. You can't just assume that people
And
gonna
us as
do
parents, the
good by
first
you,
thing
bro.
we do, we so excited. Like, we got a group chat, me and a lot of parents. We so excited when we get there. The first thing we worried about is when the photo shoot is. Instead of asking the
Mm-hmm.
right things and being honest, we so excited and we happy about. We can't wait to get the photos, to post the photos, and they play us like that, so we won't
Yeah,
be
that's the
focused on
honeymoon
asking the
part of it.
right
But
things.
after that, you gotta after the honeymoon and you took the pictures. Now you gotta get to the real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you gotta, for me, my advice to parents is talk to the players, talk to all the
Yes,
players,
all of
all of
them,
them.
All of
Talk to
them,
all
bro.
of them. Get a
Yeah.
perspective from all of them. See what it is, man. Because a lot of these kids come from broken homes, man. A lot of these kids come from past trauma, man.
Yep.
You know, they doing drugs. You know, they done been
Facts. And
raped
they got
before.
money
Like,
now. Some of them
yeah,
got money now, so they
they
going crazier.
going,
Yeah.
man, listen, these kids, Eddie Kane, these kids is on campus snorting cocaine.
You hear me? No
No,
cap.
Eddie Kane. Nigga,
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
No,
Eddie
for real,
say,
Kane.
bro.
I was not
This is
This
expecting
is
facts
him to
though, bro.
say
facts, Eddie
that.
Kane. I'm
I
not
was
Nigga,
lying,
not
Eddie
like,
Kane.
expecting him to
Eddie Kane
these
getting
kids is
their
out here
nose
wilding,
dirty.
bro.
They
Like, no
wilding. Eddie Kane,
cap.
you don't believe this, Eddie Kane? Eddie
Nah, I
Kane,
believe it for sure.
Eddie Kane getting their nose dirty.
Nah,
And get
nah, Eddie Kane.
Eddie Kane. And
Nah,
this
it's
the
bad.
thing.
It's bad.
How
It's
does this
bad.
feel, Eddie Kane? If you got a locker room of 14, 15 girls, right? And all of them drinking smoke, and you got 3 of them that don't, and that boy, peer pressure's a mother ucker.
You hear me?
hmm
Peer pressure, that's hard to be
Mm.
around, and a friend,
Yeah.
that's hard, Eddie Kane.
You
That's
got to be
hard,
able to. You
man.
got to be able to stand 10 toes down.
And
Because
Bro.
if not,
as
if you
parents, you gotta
easily
be in your kids'
influenced,
corner,
they're gonna eat your
supporting them,
ass up.
calling them.
Gotta have a support
You
system, bro,
gotta
the
have a
whole way
support
through, bro.
system,
You
man.
gotta have a support
That's why
system,
when
bro.
people be like Eddie Kane, oh, as parents, we need to get out the way and all this and let our kids know. No, Eddie Kane, that's wrong advice to get out the way. These kids need us, man. They
Yeah,
need
facts.
us. All they trying to figure it out, they not built like that to figure it out.
Hmm
You beat him, you
Yeah, I
beat
just
it,
feel like
you
that's
beat
a
it.
very old approach. Like, it's to the
Yeah,
point where you don't have to do that
you
no
gotta
more. Like,
be
that's how my
involved,
mom
Eddie
was
Kane.
saying. That's my mom told me. It's like, you don't have to make the same mistakes. You don't have to go bump your head as much.
hmm
Like, that's what we here for, bro, to save you
Mm-hmm.
from that. Like,
That's what's
I was
up.
like,
That's a
Because I
yeah,
know
good.
a
bro.
That's
lot.
a good
I know.
analogy.
I know a lot of us always saying, "Oh man, they got to go figure it out on their own." These kids don't even know how to wipe their ass right yet. So how they gonna go figure something out on how to
Hmm
be in survival mode?
It's
I'm
true.
just being honest. How they gonna figure out on how to be in survival
Oh,
mode and what to
no,
do and
fact.
what to say, man, and things of that nature, man. These kids, bro. I started a group me with a lot of freshman girls. I introduced it and then I jumped out of the group me. But bro, they talking that group me every day. Nothing but girls from Texas. They talking it every day. But I initiated that so they can all feed off each other and maybe help one another with
Yeah,
what you going through here because everybody going through something different. So if y'all come together, you know what I mean? Because as kids, when they were going through high school, all they knew was people was trying to play them against each other, basically be in
Mm-hmm.
competition with one another.
Hmm
And I told them, I say, y'all, high school days are over with. Y'all not against each. That stuff don't matter anymore. Right
yeah,
now, all of y'all are going through similarity
That's your
issues because
network.
y'all all talk to
That's your
me and y'all need one
network.
another.
Yep.
Y'all
That's your
need one
network.
another and y'all can
Yep.
help one another get through this situation together because guess what? It ain't easy, man. It ain't
yeah,
easy, man. And it's things, Eddie Kane, that me and Mia can't talk to Kennedy and Sean about, but they peers, they can go to their peers, man, and they gonna understand each other better
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
versus a parent talking about it. You see what I'm saying? So
Another
that's why I
topic.
created that group.
That's a good topic. And another topic is mental health with athletes.
yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Eddie Kane,
You know
you
what's
in it?
crazy?
It,
Right there.
You know what's crazy? That's gonna be one of my topics because this is one of the I think the girl that played for Legion, she got a brand that's called Mental Athlete or
Yeah,
something like that.
Delaney
yeah,
Franklin.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I was
nah,
gonna
shit. Her
actually have
stuff
her come
fire.
on
I ain't gonna
and
lie.
really
Yeah,
do
hey,
Her
talk
stuff
about
I
fire.
it.
she just had a drop today. Shout out to Delaney. She just had a drop today. I actually just bought some shorts. Her drop was today, and the shorts clean. Her brand is surrounded around a black snake, which she was explaining a black snake is representative of like mental
Protection
health and
or
right. And
something like
so
that. Oh,
having a
okay.
mom kind of like a mamba mentality, being able to
Mm-hmm.
lock in and be resilient and get through whatever it is. Like, yeah, because I guarantee you'll have a whole bunch of kids jump on their live.
Man,
Yeah,
come on now. Come on,
yeah.
man.
I
Whole
was
bunch of
that's
kids jump on their live.
because I actually seen her page today, and I'm like, because I seen somebody repost her photos, and I'm like, oh, this pretty
Man,
dope.
a kid
I
So then
need
I
to
clicked
ask
on
text
her.
me.
Because and I feel like people gotta explain the difference between what mental health is and then just being mentally weak. It's a big difference, bro.
Boy.
boy,
It's a
I
huge
will
difference, bro.
slap the shit out of you for saying
It's a huge difference, bro. It's a huge difference between having to fight through stuff and then you really going through some stuff. It's two different things. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of where kids get the misconception from.
A lot of these kids wasn't even mentally prepared for adversity.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
wasn't,
Yeah,
dog. You know, they were
we gonna definitely
yeah.
talk
just
about
ready.
that.
They were just ready to get away, you know, and thought it was gonna be easy, man. Ask
Hey,
yourself, Eddie
hey,
Kane, this. How do you think it feel?
I was that,
How do
bro.
you
I'm
think
telling you, I
it
was
feel,
literally
Eddie
that.
Kane, for a kid to have to sit there the whole entire game and travel with a team and not even get a chance to get in the game. What do you think that'll do to that baby mental?
But I feel like that's a part of the process sometimes, though.
It's not. It's not if the kid is working hard every day, busting her ass in the
See,
gym, doing what it takes, man. Dog, that's not a problem.
see, this is
Because
my
this the
lot.
thing.
Like, it
Eddie
depends on the
Kane,
situation,
See,
bro.
we gonna keep. Listen, we gotta get
God,
out because I ain't
let me
gonna
run
lie,
this
bro. Because
back.
I get into that, bro. We gonna.
I ain't gonna
Eddie,
lie, I want to get into it.
Eddie
I
Kane,
mean,
Eddie
I just
Kane,
said I wanted to get
Eddie
out, but I don't want to get out
Kane. The
now.
thing about it, let me say one thing. We
I
gonna
got
bring this back, y'all. I just want to say this, Eddie Kane. Why don't coaches just be honest out the gate and say, "Hey, you probably won't be playing here your first year. You got to still develop, and let that kid let that kid make that decision if they want to go there." And I guarantee you that kid won't go there because no kid want to go and sit somewhere. No
that's what
kid.
I'm saying. That's why you gotta be specific. That's what I've been telling every kid from the JCs to the low. Be
Eddie
specific.
Kane, you don't
You
get
gotta be
better. Eddie
specific
Kane,
about
you
what you
don't
want,
get
bro.
better. You don't get better if you don't play. So basically, when you're going into
Absolutely.
your sophomore
And if you
year,
could have
it's
went
like you're
somewhere
still a
and played
freshman.
and knew it, like, yeah, that's a fact. If you could have went somewhere and played, I would have been pretty hot.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I
But
man.
I feel like it's a choice, though. It go back to
They
what Lefty. It
don't
go back to
know
But
what
you
Eddie
gotta
Lefty was
Kane.
take.
talking about. You
But the
gotta ask
kids
your
don't know how to
question.
take. Like you
Right.
gotta like a lot of kids don't know how to take what they want. Like they ain't like sometimes you gotta be relentless. But then other times the coach could be just hating, bro. That's real too.
Ooh,
Like
I, I
it's
agree.
both. Like sometimes the coach could just be sick, or it's anything you do, bro. Like they just don't like how you doing or how you acting. You may have a good game, you feeling yourself, and they don't
Man,
like that, bro. It's
a
stuff like
a
little stuff
kid,
like that could do
you
that.
know what a
Bad, bro. Trying to
kid
tell you.
told me, and I won't mention this kid. Her coach told her
Mr.
that
College kid, right?
this is a college kid.
Mm.
If you think you finna get in the portal on me, and I did all this and did all that for you, and you finna leave me, you won't be playing no more. Your minutes
Mm.
will be shortened, everything will be shortened. And the kid never said nothing about a portal, but the kid is playing well. So now you did cut the kid water supply off because you goddamn paranoid as fuck that the kid
Yeah.
gonna leave you. These coaches play
Ego, all that,
games, man. They
bro.
play
But
games,
then
man.
you have some coaches who real ones who like they can come here, rock and leave. You have coaches like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like you have
I
coaches
mean, I
like
see
that as
both
well.
points,
But
but to
yeah,
get
bro,
on that point, like
that's what I'm saying.
with Will, like I feel like that is a possibility. Like you could work your behind off and not play, but that's
Yeah,
just
that's
I
a
feel like
fact.
that's sometimes that's a mental. Like it goes back to mental weakness.
So
I
what?
don't think that's
So what about if
necessarily
the kid?
mental health.
Hold up. What about if the kid killing in practice? She killing the starters, everything. And the kid sent me film on this, Eddie Kane. The kid, the first one in the gym, the last one to leave every day, bro. Her jersey is black. She's literally working so hard, dog. And you lied to the kid before she got to. Oh man, you are gonna be starting here. You are gonna be doing it, dog. That can mess a
Mm.
kid mental up because you
Yeah,
lied. And the
yeah,
kid giving all she got,
Yeah,
man, and she's not
if
playing.
you don't have a real support system, bro, that lets you like to keep you like
yeah,
intact, bro, that could really be
Eddie
a fact.
Kane.
Especially girls, bro, they're
Eddie
done,
yeah,
bro.
Yes.
They're done.
Eddie
yeah.
Kane,
Well,
I talked to 9 girls, and you know what they told me? They literally cried all they can cry. They tired of crying. They said it ain't no sense in having a conversation with the coach. They didn't already tried that. It's just, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
is what it is. And these coaches feel like they have a point in being loyal to the upperclassmen because they've been to no coach, the right thing to do is play the best player. That's what
yeah.
that's what this is about. Play the player that's gonna get it done. Don't have no favoritisms. Because a lot of these, hey, we're gonna have to get off
Every
of here, y'all, because
Woo!
we
coach
need to
got
fuck some shit up
favoritism.
that's
tonight,
what
man.
I'm saying,
Jesus.
bro.
We need to fuck some shit up
We
tonight,
can
man.
literally talk for another.
Hey,
And guess what? And a lot of these athletes would love to hear this conversation because they
look,
gonna
look,
be in the
look.
comments on this.
Oh,
Bro, that's why, hey man, like that's why
Why
Jesus
you
athletes
over
being
there
gotta
sweating?
understand
scared.
their leverage, bro.
Why you over there
Athletes gotta
sweating, Mill?
understand their leverage, bro. Like they assume that they're gonna get did right by because you maybe your AAU team, you was the guy, your AAU team made sure you were straight. That's why they feel like the college will do them the same way, bro. No, they don't want to pay you, bro. Let's keep it real, bro. They don't want to pay you. If you could get a cameraman who's worth $50,000 for 10 bands, bro, you
Yeah,
won.
yeah,
Like, what are we talking
yeah.
about?
All right,
That's what
y'all.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Like,
head out.
all right.
All right now.
All right.